Okay, we're live. There we go. I think it's working this week. I think I got everything up and running. Um, I am hearing the music. It's got to be. It's got to be in.
It's in Roll20.
It is. Yep, absolutely. So let's pause that for a moment. So, just quickly before we get into our session this week, we now have a sponsor for this stream. So,
What?
it's not
We have that.
you might have saw this coming, but Canadian Dice. Canadian Dice
Woohoo!
has sponsored the stream. So
Nice.
if what they
Have they
have
watched us?
what they have done for us is you use the Old Men Rolling Dice code, which is simply OMRD over on their website. It'll get you a discount, and it'll get us a little friendly nudge, if you know what I'm saying. So we're very excited about that, and that
Oops,
will
I draw.
that will continue for a while. Look at you, Affy. Thank you very much. And
Check it out. This is some This is some their dice products.
yeah. Ryan has lots of great dice over there. Ryan and I have been working together on all kinds of projects, and then he came and said, "How about this?" So I think we're going to be mentioning maybe Old Men Rolling Dice on all the streams here, and I have to see if we're allowed
You
to
mean
do it.
Canadian Dice? You are old.
What'd
men
I
rolling
say?
dice. Old men rolling dice.
I'm old. See,
Holy, you're
I'm
loud.
losing it. I'm
Holy
losing
moly.
it. Who's loud? Affy?
Yeah.
She has booming
sorry.
voice.
I don't even have like my voice mod on.
No.
Yeah, it's
No.
pretty.
So yeah, Canadian Dice will be sponsoring this, and we're gonna see if we're allowed for him to sponsor Prep or Die. But the reason I'm kind of vague on this is because Ryan and I literally talked just a couple hours before we went live here. So all I know is
I mean, I have to keep my shirt on.
the code. Yeah, you have to keep your shirt on. Sorry, dude. Sorry.
Well, you have to do that anyway.
The code is working. Yes.
You just said no
Why?
nipples.
We also want to start.
No nipples, no feet.
We also want to start promoting the Voctaires October, Spooktastic October. What's it called?
Oh my god.
What's the term? What is the
The
actual
chaos that we decided on.
Spooktober for Extra Life.
Spooktober for Extra Life. We're fundraising all month for Extra Life. Is that the
September and October.
So there's going to be tons of one shots run over on the Voctaires channel all through. Do you want to link that, Affy?
Yeah.
Over on the Voctaires channel, you can just shout out Voctaire. It should.
Oh yeah, I can do that too, can I?
Yeah. And there's all kinds of guests coming in to play in one shots, and there's all kinds of guests coming in to run one shots. And
yeah, it's pretty bananas.
if you like Affy and you like Artemis, they're playing in basically every one shot in the month, except for the ones we like scolded them and said, "Take a fucking break." God.
No, I'm in literally all of them.
And I'll plug my own. I think I'm running October the 4th or 5th.
You're the 4th at 10 o'clock.
4th is late, 10 o'clock. It might come a little earlier. We don't know.
10-ish.
Yeah, it'll depend on how soon I can get done school that day. And I'm running Hunter the Reckoning, the new Hunter the Reckoning, and an adventure called the Tooth Fairy, which I've run before. I think Jeff has actually played a former version of the Tooth Fairy. Were you the cop?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember being the detective.
I like the way that
cop
you
or
said
whatever.
that.
I do not like the way you said that.
It was quite a few Halloweens ago we played it, but it ran
Yeah.
pretty good, and everybody at
Yeah.
the table was grossed out. So there you go. Anyways,
Great.
now
Thanks
let's
for leaving me alone with that, Effie.
let's talk about this game now. So in this game, the party last time reached the Slamore, which is sort of this set of elven burial chambers and tunnels that lead in underneath the fortress of Pax Tharkus. And you guys spotted a dragon army leaving Pax Tharkus towards Qualinost. And the idea is that if you can create a big enough disruption here by, helping the refugees and sort of slave labor escape, then that army will have no choice but to turn around and come back to the fortress to get things under control. And at that point, they're hoping that you will take everyone and flee further south, essentially dragging one of the three dragon armies that are threatening Holonos to the south. We had a couple interesting things happen. We have a magic sword that is maybe the sword of Kith Cannon in the party now, and I think Steve has it. And Steve is actually using a sword for a change instead of just smashing and throwing things and hulking out generally. That's what we should... It's kind of hulking.
It is not. It is refined personal combat.
Okay.
Carefully
Steving.
thought out.
How
It's
dare you
Steve-
say it's hulking?
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
Steving.
I'm sorry. That hulking is trademarked.
Steve is a verb now.
Steving is also trademarked. I've
Okay.
taken care of that for you, Steve.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thought Steve
Awesome.
McQueen took care of that because I thought he was being totally Steve McQueen and doing it the way Steve McQueen would do it.
How would Steve
would
McQueen do it?
Steve McQueen would either jump something with a motorcycle or like just
Oh,
be really
yes.
badass, just like our Steve has been.
I love Steve McQueen. It's just on a side. No, there we go. Anyway,
Who doesn't? He's the man.
he's a man. If you're an old man, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but then we had tragedy strike right at the end of the session when the party sort of stumbled across a wraith, and we learned that when wraiths touch you, bad things happen, and Grenlead lost an entire level. So she went from a 6th level fighter down to a 5th level fighter. And there was shock and horror in the party. And, like, why would anyone play these mechanics in 1st edition? I don't know.
I found that encounter very shocking.
Shocking. Yes. And Worm let loose their lightning bolt, which is pretty awesome. Right? So,
Yep.
it all
Yep,
worked
I
out.
did.
It all worked out. So we rejoined the party. We're down Brian, who plays Grenick tonight. So we're down our cleric, but we're just going to sally forth regardless. We have lots of NPCs in the party. We have Tika from Solus. We have Gilthanus. We have Lorana, the elven prince and princess, and we have Eben, who is a guy that you helped.
Some guy.
Some guy.
Some guy.
He's a
I don't
guy.
trust him, though.
Yeah, he's a guy. Okay. So, with all that said, we're just joining the party now. We'll get the music here rolling again. What is the party gonna do?
Panic slightly.
We're in the cave.
I have to figure out how to get Rook to kill Eben without telling Rook to kill Eben, because that wouldn't be very knightly.
Oh, Rick's game.
Oh,
Once Rick shows up, he'll be into it.
Sorry, I totally forgot. Rook was in here last time. So Rook arrives. Gilthanus had sort of given Rook the directions to the cave. Rook,
Only Rook could find us.
make sure you're at full hit points, Rook. I'm showing you at 30,
Okay.
You're gonna need it.
32 of 38. So Rook
Okay.
went to find Tobin, and Rook, you don't know where he went.
Oh, I had a backstory for that.
This is the first time someone has eluded you in such a way.
Yeah, can I come back? Head kind of hung low, like I don't know what happened, but I literally couldn't find him. I tried. I've never not been able to track somebody. I don't know where he's gone, which way he went. I circled back. I doubled back. I tried every trick I knew. It's like he was literally walking. It's like he flew away. I couldn't find anything. I have no idea where he is. I'm really sorry. Hopefully he'll, whatever's going on with him, he'll just come back. I'm really sorry, guys. I didn't mean to let you down. What has happened to all you?
Right, we only need one ranger. You can go.
You
I have about five.
you
Have
leave
fun.
now. You may leave now.
I'll go. Leave in shame.
On a side note, just like as a DM, internally, does Rook feel kind of like, because quite frankly, the Tobin maneuver caused Rook a great deal of stress. So with Tobin now not here,
Actually, Rook really liked Tobin, so Rook would, although Tobin caused him nonstop grief, it would be like the R2D2 C3PO relationship. Drives me nuts. He would go do crazy things, but whenever I needed him to do something like, hey, someone's going to have to go draw the army away, Tobin would go.
Okay, okay.
and he was kind of my friend. Like I went after him. I tried to rescue him a couple of times. He's your friend, right?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
He's like, we all have that annoying friend that we shouldn't be friends with. They drive you nuts, but they're your buddy and you can't help
I think
it.
she's right above me on the screen.
I am the annoying friend.
I don't have one of those, so I must be the annoying friend. Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
if you don't have one,
You
Come
are.
on, exactly.
if you don't have a problem, you might be the problem.
Am I the
No, you
problem?
are the problem.
Okay. Well, I cannot find a good music, so I'm just gonna turn this off for now. That
That
sounds more
sounds
like,
really like circusy.
Did it?
I can't
Yeah.
even hear it. So.
That was the
song-
Tobin maneuver
the song
music.
is called
Yeah.
Death and Axes. Like, I don't know why that would be circus music.
It sounded like
Clowns are evil.
Here, we-
trapeze artist type music.
We're just
Yeah,
gonna
like
go,
like
okay.
juggling.
Oh dear. We're just gonna go back to our song. This song is entitled Sorrow, but I don't know how sorrowful it is. So what is the party doing? I can tell you that Grenlead is not looking particularly good. Like, there is a sort of a paleness to her. Like, yeah.
Isn't it also
Luckily,
getting pretty late in the day? Because wasn't it like evening when we showed up here?
You arrived here just as the sun was going down. Yes.
Okay.
And we will say that Rook can confirm now that the sun is down.
Yeah,
Should try to find a
That
place.
Rook, you said the sun is down? Okay.
yeah. It's
Good.
nighttime out there.
She's getting
Did I-
really low
I'm gonna-
out there.
I'm just gonna look at everybody and like, I'm just gonna look at everybody and go like, being typical Rook, going, geez, go away for 3 days and you guys are already hell in a handbasket without me. And I look
well,
at
the
the
good
night.
news is the electricity cauterized all the wounds, so I'm not bleeding. My mustaches are smoking.
They're
Like,
always-
what
like
the hell
half
happened
an
to
Are they always
you?
smoking?
Well, they're like frayed and frizzy, and I need to brush them out.
Does Benedict have a strange twitch every so often now?
Every time I touch my left elbow, I get a jolt.
Just your left elbow. I like
Just
that.
the left
Yeah.
elbow.
Very specific. I like it.
I like
Yes.
It too. I like it too. Okay. Well, what would the party like to or like not to do?
Definitely
Die.
hiding.
To die.
Yeah.
The wraith creature seems to be gone.
What did the room that the wraith was in look like? Is that like a dead end, or? Gren, you saw it, right? Or not quite?
It looked like a dead end to me. I didn't get right into the very edges, but it looked like a dead end to me, for sure.
'Cause I'm pretty sure if you know that a bear lives in a cave, you don't want to go in the cave. So that might be the safest room down here to go hide.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
Maybe.
Get some
I don't know.
rest.
I can go scout the room out if you guys don't mind. If you guys want.
If you
Yeah,
make
just
friends,
stop
don't bring them
for a
back, because
second.
we need.
This is what happened last time.
So-
Grenlead went up this tunnel. This is the tunnel where the wraith.
This
came
is the
from.
tunnel. All right.
It is. It is.
And it's dark in there.
And it's scary.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Yeah, I can tell you that things. Rook notices the temperature is dropping the further he goes into this cave.
It's still dropping.
Yep. It's cold here, and the air feels heavy.
Maybe we should check it out.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, wait till he comes back.
If you
I'm
can't-
waiting,
If the squares don't cooperate, you can hold down Alt to have your character finish not directly on a square.
That's okay. I'm all right with it.
I'm at the edge of the light here, so
Okay.
I'm ready to support.
So I'm at the room. Do
So-
I see, or is it really cold, or is there something else comes out of the
So,
woodwork?
The winding, narrow tunnel finally ends in a dark chamber, and the air here reaches sort of its pinnacle of its heaviness and cold. And there's a nameless sense of evil that throbs within these stony walls. A thick layer of dust covers the floor, as if frightened creatures living in the tunnels know better than to come here.
Oh, I'm just gonna wait and see if something happens.
The tunnel is throbbing. We should not go in there.
You really want to stay out of a nice throbbing tunnel? Come on.
It's cold.
It's
I mean, you
It
you
is
should
cold.
ask for permission first, at least.
Yeah.
okay. Rook,
Can
ask
consent be
permission.
assumed?
Right, so I'm gonna take one step into the tunnel right here and see what happens.
Yeah, nothing.
Got my sword drawn.
Nothing.
It
happens,
throbs.
my dude.
All right, so is there anything in here? Like if I look around, like a casket or anything? Like
Nothing. A dark, very foreboding feeling cave.
how cold is it in here? Like is it like
You can
cold
feel-
enough that you need a sweater or like?
Sure. Yeah. You're like, shit. I forgot my sweater in Quanos. Where's my hoodie when I need it? You can see your breath.
Okay. All right.
There's
It would be a good place. Is there a place we can light a fire or something? Is there anything here that's burnable, or is just all just rock and
It's
dust?
all just rock and dust.
Okay.
I mean, with the exception of, I think, with the
Can burn the
exception-
slug
exception
parts,
of
can't
maybe
we?
Benedict, I think for the most part, everybody's not in too bad a shape.
I'm down 10, but Benedict's worse off. And
All right, so I come back and I report to everybody what I saw. That it's basically it's an empty room. It's cold. We need to bring in some wood there for the fire. I can run back to the surface and come back with firewood for us. You guys want to hang out in there and like hide? Nothing's coming in there. No, it's whatever you guys killed. Everything in this area knew not to go there, including rodents. Like there's no tracks, no anything in there. But it's now empty. I think you've killed it. So if you guys want to go in there, I'll go back up to the surface and bring back firewood for you guys. Because it is cold in
Big
there.
slug?
There's a big. We guess we could burn that big slug.
I'm not sure that
That might
slugs
stink, though.
burn.
I don't think slugs are flammable.
You get them hot enough.
Well, everything is flammable in that respect.
There
What do you guys
go.
want to do? Or do you want to find another room?
I don't think we have time to rest, do we? Aren't we on a very strict timeline here, trying to get shit done
Gilthanus
to-
says the sooner that you can cause a disturbance in the fortress, the better.
I'll be
But-
fine. Let's
but
push on.
He also looks at Grenlead and says, "I would not want to push anyone too hard, though. If we need to rest, then we need to rest."
Can her brother do anything?
He can't. Oh,
Not for Gren.
Grenick? No, Grenick can't. I think Grenick did some healing last time, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did a weird warding on the floor.
Yeah.
I think Grenly doesn't want to hang out here any longer than she has to. I think Gren, in spite of the DM's warning, would like to keep moving.
Let's keep moving then.
I'm good with that. Who's
Moving
the
right
guy that
along.
seems to know the tunnel? Who's the guy that seems to know this tunnel? So he can tell us the direction.
No, well, nobody.
Gilthanus doesn't, like, he's only heard, no, he knows, Gilthanus does know a little bit about the structure of Pax Tharkus, but these tunnels, like, have not been used in a very, very long age.
Well, how about I lead the way and I'll go sit and we'll take this long passage here to the south. What do you guys say to that?
Well, we
say-
got a bunch of rooms in here. Look like cells or something, right? In this big area?
do? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if
back where
there's-
you go, where I
Yeah,
bumped into you guys.
We haven't checked it out yet, so I don't know if there's stairs going up in here or not, but
All right.
Okay.
Well, let me invisibly come with you to sort of scout, but I don't want to go off by myself again because that worked out well.
No, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Okay, so Grenlead pulls her hood up on her cloak of invisibility and turns invisible. And you and Rook head down into the room a bit. So the tunnel breaks. The tunnel breaks into the corner of an old hall. obviously constructed with care in some distant age, and a wide center aisle stretches to the limits of sight, and a row of stone doors lines each side. Rats have passed over the dust on the floor throughout the Slamori, but much less often in here than in most areas. None of the tracks approach the doors, which are supported by huge iron hinges, spiked right into the stone. Each door has an iron handle, but apparently no lock.
You want to open one, I'll draw my bow and have an arrow ready to go.
How many doors on each side?
I don't know which door do you want to open.
Well, starting at the top, we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do they have windows that we can look into? Like, or are they just straight slabs of stone?
You would guess, you can't actually see the end of the hall, but you would guess that there's at least a dozen, if not more, down each side of the hall.
You want me to stand in front of the door before you open it in case there's a ballista behind it?
No.
Do we want to scout down to the end of the hall before we open a door?
Sure.
Let's do that.
Worm, are you going off exploring?
No, I was trying to stay
'Cause-
with them so they had light,
Because
but
we can do that if you'd like.
no.
I don't
I'm not
need
sneaky.
I don't need light. I'm an elf, a half elf. I can see in the dark.
Okay.
Oh, you cocky so-and-so.
And
I'm
I'm
not being cocky. I'm just, that's why I volunteered to go with her, because I knew that the dwarf and I could both see in the dark.
Okay.
Don't leave anyone behind.
I don't need your damn light.
So at the end of the hall, you can see a large pair of double doors.
And there are no windows on these
And
doors, so we can't
no.
see if they're like cells. Okay.
No. And the large door at the end of the hall is solid bronze, like the doors you found in Kith Cannon's tomb. They bear a raised outline of Pax Tharkus, done in considerable detail. This design adorns each side of the doors.
And still rodent tracks and no people?
No, there are a couple of people tracks, but they're much older than the rodent tracks.
Well, how about I wait in this corner and you open the door and we'll see what happens. No, I mean, if you pull it and like you pull it with you.
That. How about you open the door?
I'm in front of a door right here. I could just open it. Why don't we open all of them at the same time?
No.
Well,
Would
no.
you stop
No.
trying to kill us all? Like, just think, we're going to do it. Stop actively trying to murder us.
Says the
get
guy
there
that
eventually.
tackled the dragon.
We'll get there.
Yeah, let's
We'll get there when we get there.
let's do it. I'll pull the door open and sort of try to stand behind it.
And you go with the door. Don't stand in front of it. Go with it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm trying to move, but it's not working.
That's okay.
I'll
I'll
kind of
move you to
open the door and stand behind it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And ready, set, go.
So, hold on a second here. 'Cause
What could go wrong?
What
Well,
could-
they're in the dark. We can't see them, so hopefully.
You can hear them down there. They're like, we're going to open the
Yeah.
door. We're going to open the door.
Could somebody behind the door have heard that?
As Grenlead opens the door, all the doors open.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Let's roll. Let's roll initiative, everyone.
We don't have to. No, that's okay.
Oh, hey, they still can't see me.
What are they?
Elven guardians dressed in armor. Their skin, grayed and sort of deteriorated.
Oh, great.
Begin to come out of the side rooms. So we're gonna roll initiative. Here we go.
They don't look like wraiths, so?
Can I
No, they don't.
push
look
it
like-
closed again?
Yeah,
See
you
if they all
absolutely can push it closed, but the zombie doors don't close.
Okay.
So they shuffle.
Sure.
They're going first. So they're shuffling out of their tombs with armor and sword in hand. We're just gonna.
Not good.
Yay!
I'm squish.
Stay behind me.
I'm in front of you right now, Steven.
And fix that.
I'm currently frozen in terror.
I didn't realize I was muted. I said get behind me. I'm with you, boy. I'll protect you.
Kind of on all sides of us, boss, but okay, sure.
The beefy brothers are here. We're good.
Well, I'm actually kind of hoping Grenrick can like turn these things.
Yeah, that'd be a good kick.
What ability is
Oh.
Hey, dwarf, can you do anything with them?
Hey, your sword.
He's hoping he can do something.
Hey, eating buddy, can you deal with these?
Eating buddy. I like that.
Crap, how many are there?
Not that I'm
A
scared,
lot.
because this is fun.
Well, I've got 1,
guessing
2, 3,
24?
4. I got one. Yeah, I've got. I'm like completely surrounded here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Totally surround me.
I think there were 2 per room, so however many rooms there were. And then we
There's
have to
more
multiply.
than there's
I got
more
12.
than
You
fo-
guys get the rest.
there's more than 40 zombies.
Oh, there's zombies. Oh, well, that's easy then.
Zombies in armor, but they're zombies nonetheless.
I'm sorry, did you say more than 40?
Yeah, more than 40.
He did.
That's fucking rude, sir.
God damn it. Okay.
Milton has cast
Not
a
even
fireball.
October yet.
So it will take a little bit for me to work through all these attacks, but let's begin. Okay?
And your
No,
NPCs.
no. You don't have to. It's
Yeah,
totally okay.
So Eben takes attacks from 2.
Maybe they'll do the.
Oh, I don't
killing
want
for
that
us.
full chart. That'll be obnoxious. Oh, it gave it to me anyways. Hold on a second. Let's get this to work. There we go. So
I
8,
remember the room
8,
full of zombies.
8 and 15. The 15 certainly hits. So Evan takes 2 damage. And then it looks like I have 1, 2. Well, you know what? I'm going to put 1 on Kira. They're swinging longswords, elven longswords. A 7 doesn't hit. There's 2 here on Steve.
Come on, you big ugly things.
An 11 and an 18. Their Thaco is 16, and Steve's armor class is 1, so they need a 15 to hit that. So that 18 does hit. For 5 damage, Steve. There are 2 on Tika.
Oh, that's gonna piss me.
That is a crit on Tika.
Oh,
And,
that's
and a second hit. So Tika takes a total of 16 damage this turn. Kill the NPCs. Kill the NPCs.
making your life easier.
Benedict. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Am I able to parry, or do I have to wait for my initiative?
You have to wait for your initiative.
Then there's no point in parrying.
Or did we say no?
I think we may have done it the other way before, but I can't remember. That's why I was asking.
I am yes, he can parry you based on a conversation.
Okay.
Session
Would
1
you
or
like
2.
to parry this turn, my man?
100%, yes.
As long as you're not surprised. Can we add that to the rule? Since we're
Yeah,
house ruling
yeah,
that?
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be able to react to anything.
13, 4, 11, and 7. None of those hit you. 3 of
No.
them. 3 of them attack Worm.
Oh, this could end
Rip.
badly.
17,
Yeah.
Yeah,
7,
maybe.
and 17.
Yeah.
I soak the second one.
The 7, I'm not sure about. My armor class is 7.
Yeah, their Thaco is 16. They would need a 9 to hit you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 7 doesn't hit, the other 2 do.
The other 2 do, for a total of 11 damage.
I jump in front of the second attack.
No, you're parrying.
Okay,
Pick a lane.
but I can stuck my butt out.
I will take
No.
I will take the blade upon the buttocks. You know what? I've made a mistake here moving. These don't see Grenlead. Right? Because she technically
No, she's-
hasn't
she's in
attacked.
She hasn't attacked.
Okay, so they're all just swarming towards Rook. It looks like I have 4 on Rook.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So an 8 does not
Wow,
hit.
that aged the hell out of you, dude.
I know. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
4 doesn't. 12 doesn't. 11 doesn't, right? Armor class 3. Thaco 16. 16 minus 3 is 13. They need 13s. They all miss you. However, Rook, you can feel them like... They haven't inflicted any wounds, but like you're kind of being pulled on and things, and you feel like you may be like dogpiled shortly.
Yeah, already got a plan for that.
Okay, so it's now the party's turn. So who would like to go first? Is there someone that's like, if I okay, what are we doing there, magic user?
Benedict, look over there, burning hands.
Nice.
So that is
Burning Hands. Does it say the arc of Burning Hands is 180 degrees?
120 degrees in front of the magic user.
Okay, so would you like to like hit the one that's beside you here and the one in front of you and all the way back?
No, because I feel like I'd have to move, and that would get.
No, I don't think you have to
I
move.
think your secret's coming out. There's no way he's not going to see that.
Nope.
Um,
Yeah.
Like this is I realize this is a circle, but like you should be able to hit, I would think, like this portion of everything. There's it shoots 15 feet. How many?
Yes.
How many inches does it say goes?
3.
Oh shit, that's much further. That's 30 feet.
Oh.
So 5,
just
10,
down
15,
the hallway
20,
in that case.
25. Like you can
That's
catch
fair.
everything in front of you and Benedict if you would like.
Yeah,
all
that's
of
what I'm gonna do.
Like everything here. And how much does it do again?
Yeah.
6 damage? With
6 damage.
with no save.
No save. Yep.
Holy cow.
And anything inflammable will
Anything that is
go up in
flammable?
flame. It says inflammable materials touched by the fire will burn. And I just want to say, but like dried out desiccated husks, probably flammable.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
putting
with
that out there.
I'm with you. I'm with you. You totally like just so those of you down at the end of the tunnel see just a wave of fire blanket the corridor.
And do we get to see what Benedict's face looks like when he realizes that it came from his squire?
Yeah, I am gonna rule here because you pointed it straight down the tunnel. Like Benedict, you hear your squire utter a bunch of words that you have never heard uttered before, and like literally just gouts of flame scorch down the tunnel over top of all of these undead guardians. Which interestingly
Stika okay?
enough, when the fires burn them, they don't even make a sound.
That did not go. That was
Sounds
not as
like a
effective as I wanted it to be.
Well, it cut them all in half. I think that's
Yeah, but there's like 40 of them.
pretty good. All right. So that was
I think
Eddie, who
Greenwich
would
should
like to
go
go
next.
next?
Greenwich should. What magic can he do to help us?
Would you like?
before we get
Are we
more in
are we
trouble?
looking for Greenwich to throw a turn undead here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
great. Before any of us die, let's see what
Okay.
his goddess.
I want
can
to see
do.
what happens when Steve swings his sword.
Yeah, me
The
too.
Elven King's sword.
Yeah, but don't hold your breath.
No, I'll pass out if I do.
Yeah,
Okay,
but he's not likely to start
So
swinging.
Grenick is a 6th level cleric, so he does not have to
Yeah.
roll to turn undead. To turn zombies rather. Zombies are immediately destroyed, and he destroys 1d12 starting with the closest. So would someone like to roll me a d12 for Grenick? Who would like to volunteer?
4.
4. So he raises his holy symbol, and 4 zombies cease to exist.
Those ones were mine.
There's
Find
plenty
all
more,
zombies!
Steve. Steve, there's plenty more.
Who would like to
Fine, I
go,
helped Pika.
who would like to go next?
Rook would like to go next. I have to propose. I'm going to do
those
some.
of you at the end of the hall that witness Grinnick do this. This is sort of an act of the gods that has not been witnessed. The fact that he can just destroy the undead by merely calling upon reorcs. So, you know, I know that we didn't roll as high as maybe we would have liked, but it's still pretty impressive.
Yeah, Steve just annoyed targets left.
Steve, what are we doing?
No, Rook's next.
Rook?
Yeah, Rook's going to take some inspiration from Steve doing Steve's shit, and I would like to try this. Rook would like to try to push this zombie into the cell and go in with him and kick the door shut behind him.
This one here?
Yes, like to push him into his cell, go in with him, and lock the door behind me.
I love it. I love it. We're gonna call that a minor feat of strength. So I need you to roll your open doors check, which is a 2, Rook. And if you are successful, 1 or 2, you'll do everything you said you did.
Okay, let me just go here to find that. Open doors. I know it's down here somewhere.
It's right up by your strength, at the top of the sheet.
Okay.
And there is a button for it.
Yep. Oh, I rolled a 4. I didn't do it.
You failed, so I'm going to say that you push the zombie back in, but when you try to get the door shut, it doesn't budge, like the zombie in the hallway gets in the way of it.
Okay, that's good enough. At least I've narrowed the amount of people that can swarm at me now.
Would you like to attack now?
Yeah, I'd like to kill this one for
Yep.
200. Hit it with my longsword +1.
Please do.
Now, I'm proficient with longswords. Can I get 1 hit or 2? And I'm 6th level.
Hold on.
This is the 1 attack round for melee.
It's a 1 attack round? Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
But just a moment. So, Rook's attacks with the longsword. Oh, this is backwards. It should be 3/2. Yeah, so you get 1 attack this round and 2 attacks next round, Rook.
And I'm a half elf. I think this thing's already got it's got my magic bonus to hit, but yeah, it's got all that range. So I just got to
should
just
have all that.
go. I don't have to put I don't need its modifier. So I rolled 11. Does that hit?
11. So your attack was 16. The armor class is 8, so you need an 8. So
So I hit. Perfect.
that is
12
a
points
hit.
of damage.
Absolutely. 12. You hack it to the ground.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, it'll only be 9. I was reading for large, so it's only a 9.
That's okay. Then you don't hack it to the ground.
Okay.
But you mostly hack it to the ground.
Is it mostly dead or just sort of dead?
It's mostly dead.
Mostly dead. Okay, cool.
It was already dead.
Okay. This is true.
All right.
Just while we're down at the end of the hall, Grinlead, what are you doing?
Well, I'm still invisible, and I think I've just seen Rook do a brilliant thing, and I'm wondering if I can invisibly push zombies behind doors and stay invisible.
No, I think a push would be considered attacking.
Okay, I had to try.
You can totally go into a cell and close the door behind you, though.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
I don't think I would do that.
No.
Even though I really would like to.
You could shoot your bow from in the cell and they wouldn't see you.
That's what I'm thinking, is I can go in a cell and kind of flash at them.
Nope.
And so,
Where they can only commit to 1 at a time.
Yep.
yeah.
One at a time. Bah.
Well, I'm almost... I also don't want to leave Rook all by himself, so I guess I can't get over here because they're all in the way.
Would it make you feel better if Rook screamed, just hide?
You know what I want to do is...
If you'd like, you can get in the cell with Rook.
I'm thinking I'd like to go right here. So I'm
Okay.
nearby, and I'm going to slash at this one with my sword.
Okay.
Because I'm smart like that.
And when it asks you for a modifier, because you're attacking from invisible, can you give yourself a +4 modifier to hit?
It apparently isn't going to give me the
Bonus.
things to roll. Sorry.
If it doesn't offer you the bonus, not a big deal. Go ahead with the roll, and we'll add it.
Oh, it's not even giving me the roll.
Oh. Are you on your character sheet?
Yeah, I'm clicking on my character.
It might just be being slow.
Yeah, it's
Hold on,
not been great
I'll see if
today.
I can get in. Okay, I'm going to click your sword button and we'll see what happens.
Okay, thank you.
I think a 25
Oh.
is a hit.
I'll take that.
8 points of damage, which is almost minimum for what you could roll there, Grinley. And you hack at it. It does not go down, but you've wounded it significantly. You've wounded it significantly. Are you going to keep moving, or are you going to stay where you are?
I'm not going to move.
Okay,
Oh.
because you're now visible.
I wonder if I can. Oh no, is this on the left side of the hallway?
Yeah.
Is that a wall or a? Like I can't really.
Yeah, no, you can step to here if you want.
Sure, that's what I'll do.
Do you want to go there? So
Yep.
you and Rook are side by side. How about the rest of us up at the top here? Kira, Steve, who wants to go next?
I'm gonna run over
Help is
and
on the way.
smack that guy right there.
Okay. Smack him. Which guy are you smacking? Yep. Okay. Are you using your sword?
Yeah.
Do it. A 6 is not going to hit. Unfortunately, I don't think so. Your armor class, your THAC 16. No, you need an 8, so that misses. Steve.
Tika got hurt.
Very badly, actually.
Okay. Steve
Time for
is
Captain
going
Chaos.
Steve is going to reach out and grab Tika by clothing and kind of straight arm her down to set her beside Grenick,
Okay.
if that's all right.
It's fine. So you bringing her back here?
One more if I can.
Sure.
That's up to you.
She does
Yeah.
give you a sort of what the fuck, Steve.
Yeah. Whatever. That would count as my attack, correct?
Yes, I think so.
All right.
But
well,
you're
then I
welcome
guess
to
I-
move.
Yeah, but what if I move fast and don't plan on stopping? Does that count as an attack or just stupid?
Steve
I
shit.
gotta know.
Are you bull
Steve
rushing?
shit.
I don't know what you would call it. I'm running to go help Worm, and there's dumb dead things between me and Worm.
Okay. So can
And
you
I
just
don't
give me,
plan on slowing down.
Can you just give me the path that you would like to run, and we'll do a Steve roll?
Sure. I'm going to go here, here, and then to here.
Okay, so let's make your Steve roll right here.
Right there?
Yep.
Okay. Steve shit roll. Out of the way, dead smelly things. No modifiers, just submit
No modifiers.
to the Steve.
Submit to the Steve. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so knocks him back to here, and you're beside Worm.
Hello, little worm.
Hi.
Help
I'm
is
really
on the
hurt.
Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. Okay.
Now, query.
Yeah.
Can I use my shield to cover Worm, thus not having it on my AC on the next round?
No, I
I'm
think
trying-
I think you've done enough this turn.
Oh, come on.
I haven't
Thank
moved
you.
at all.
I think you've done enough. Okay, so let me go through the NPCs really quick. Eben is going to attack the one in the corner, and he rolls his
Do something this time?
long sword. He hits. Look at you, people. being hard on Evan. He's trying. He's trying. Lorana jumps up with you, Kira, and attacks. Trying to look as impressive for you as possible. Actually, more than just you. She's really trying to prove herself here. Unfortunately, she just whiffs horribly. Tika gathers herself up off the floor. And I'm going to say Gilthinus runs up here right beside Mr. Mustaches. And you hear again the utterance of words that you don't entirely understand. And a massive web shoots down the corridor. So we're going to do that. We need to do a shape. Thank you. And web does 40, 20 feet wide, and 10 feet deep. And I'm going to put it right here. 20 feet wide and 10 feet deep. Okay. And they need to make saving throws, I believe. Oh no. They just have to make strength checks. Okay. So I'm just going to put some web markers on here. So we know who's been webbed. And then we're going to roll initiative and see where we're at. All right. Just to make sure, has anyone that wanted to go, like, has everyone gotten a turn? We haven't missed anybody, correct? This is a
Yeah, I technically went first when I declared my parry.
Pretty big fight, so I just want to make sure. Okay. So we're going to roll initiative again. The party may act first again. Let's go down to the end of the hall and talk to Rook.
Let's get that magic going.
Grenlead.
What Rook would like to do is like to grab Grenlead, pull her into the cell, and shut the door.
So we're going to try this again?
Yeah, I'm going to sacrifice my attack on the half-dead guy to get her inside and then shut the door.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's check Grenlead's strength, because maybe... Yeah, how about Grenlead, would you like to help in this action? So
Absolutely.
You've got the better closed door, so why don't you roll your open door on your character sheet? It's right up by your strength there. You've got like a 50-50 chance of making this happen. There we go. Unfortunately, it fails. So what, Rook, you got, the two of you are in the room now, but you can't get the door shut. There's like arms pulling at it, bodies in front of it. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I've sacrificed.
If you can kill this zombie right here, I'll let you close the door for free.
All right, then I will swing at that guy with my sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grenlead can certainly do that on her turn too.
21, and he gets a 6.
A 6. So that does not kill it. Grenlead, would you like to try to kill it?
Yep.
Now you get 2 attacks this turn with your... Oh, Rook gets 2 attacks as well. Rook,
I get another attack?
Take your second attack, so maybe Grenlead can kill the one in the room with you. That might be... No, you didn't hit.
I sucked horribly.
So, Grenlead, would you like to attack the one that's holding the door open? With your sword.
Yes, if I can. I do not know what's going on. It must just be bandwidth.
It took your other roll okay. I'm not sure why it's not...
Oh, it took the roll from my character sheet, but...
Is it maybe hiding
I'm gonna do that again.
hiding the modifier box in behind?
No, it's just acting up. I usually have 2 screens too, so this is
Oh, okay.
interesting. I will roll from my character sheet, but I don't know if it adds all the bonuses and things.
Yes, it should.
Okay. Broadsword.
Yeah, if the button isn't working, it could be a button issue.
There we go.
It might not even be your problem. So your Thaco is 15. Its armor class is 8. So you needed a 7. So that is a hit.
Oh, wow.
You do 10 points of damage, and you kill this zombie that's holding the door. So I'm going to say that you guys get this door shut now. And if Grenlead wants to take her second attack on the creature, the zombie that's inside the door, by all means, go ahead and do that. And
You killed it.
21 is a hit and totally kills it. Well done. So, when all else fails, you guys just muscle your way through here. The door is shut now. You can hear the zombies outside. I think for your view, it should be closed off now.
Yeah, I can't see them.
Yeah, but you can hear them. Meanwhile, up the hall, let's do Grennick first. So Grennick steps up and turns undead again. Can we get another D12 roll, and that's how many zombies he destroys? Clerics in first edition can turn as many times as they would like in a day. Benedict got a 5. So we'll take the closest ones. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Take my kills again?
5. So that's Grennick. Sir Knight.
I'm going to swing at this one in front of my faithful squire.
Yes. Squire
You're faithful, completely honest with you at all times, Squire.
Squire +1.
Exactly.
That is a hit, and 11 damage kills it. And your second attack?
Then I will swing at the one directly in front of me then.
Yep.
So Steve's got something to go for if he wants.
That is a kill as well.
I'm just thinking, if Steve doesn't get to kill something, he's just gonna rage.
Worm?
And then I'm going to move here. So that's a 5-foot move. I've got 25 feet left, and Steve's inspired me. I'm going to just run in place and high kick for 25 feet. How much damage do I do?
Please don't do that while I drink coffee. Oh my gosh. You're high stepping?
Yeah.
King of the silly walks.
Is there a mustache button?
No, there's not. You're going to take an attack from this guy if you move there.
I deserve it. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to protect my squire at all costs.
Your squire's going to be fine, I'm sure.
Lucy, you have some explaining to do.
4 hit points. That's all I got.
12 does
4
not.
left.
12 does not hit. Worm, what would you like to do?
You're behind me now. It's okay.
I'm just gonna lean around Benedict,
Mm-hmm.
so he can't see me, and lightning bolt down the corridor
Oh my gosh.
on this side.
Okay.
How long is the corridor?
It's long. It's long.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, we're in a cell. Go right for it.
Don't worry about it.
So your lightning bolt, we do have a choice here. So let's talk about that.
The 1 inch wide and 4 inch long one.
Okay, so we want the 10-foot wide, 40 feet long, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna catch. Let's see here. I love drawing shapes.
I'm standing with a wide-footed stance, so you could always just drop down and go like straight down the hall in
Do like
front of me.
the Scanlan lightning bolt, right from the dick.
Yeah. Pew 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 pew.
That is your 40-foot long one. I will tell you that if you change that up to the 5-foot, 80-foot long one, you are going to catch more.
I'll do that then. Sure. I'll just yell down the hallway. I hope you guys are not standing on the left side of the hallway.
Well, the good news is the doors are bronze. That's conductive, right? So it's not going to bounce back.
Only the doors at the very end. Yeah. 1, 2.
Yeah.
3. Oh, I see what you're saying. If they were stone, they could bounce. No, absolutely. They would.
Yeah.
They would hit the door and conduct on them. You're right. 10, 20, 25, 30.
Instead of my armor, you mean? Yeah.
35, 40, 45, 50. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Oh, wow. You catch a ton. Okay, so now damage. So you're a 6th level wizard, so 66 lightning damage.
19.
Whoo!
Oh my.
Oh my. I'm just going to make one save for all of them. Because I don't think they have a hope in hell in me. I say that.
AD&D, they don't get saves.
They of course they made it. What?
What?
You know what? I'm just going to say, well, it wipes out all these ones for sure. And I'm going to just, we're going to say you rolled a 20. Because I am a benevolent DM at times. Okay, so you just blast down that hallway. I am going to say, though, that totally buggers the web on that side of the hall.
Sorry. I mean, Gilthanus, watch your lightning bolts.
I love that we're blaming Gilthanus for that. It's very fun. Okay, so the blue squares are the bad.
Oh, we lost Jack.
Oh, well, the knight's had enough. The knight has had enough. Steve?
It's your lying, Affy. He can't stand your lying to him.
There's lots to fight, Steve.
Well, Steve doesn't see as many as he did a few seconds ago.
I know, but there's still some.
Are there more down this tunnel?
Oh
that
yeah.
I can't see represented?
That's right. You can hear a lot of sort of and like armor and shuffling of feet down there.
Wonder what level of wizard Gilthanus is if he gets 2 attacks around. This is crazy.
Yeah, he's all that and a bunch of lambda spread. All right, I don't want to do this. It's going to be so stupid and dangerous. But
When has
here
that
we
ever
go.
stopped you? You literally
Look.
rode a fucking dragon.
Plush does not want to do this. Steve, come on, smelly guys. I'm going to kill you all. I'm going to run by this one and yell, Benedict's going to eat you. And I'm going to go to here. Because I should be able to hit 2 of them.
Okay, so the one in the webs can't attack you, but this one over here is going to attack.
Yeah, I figured. The one that Benedict's going to eat.
So there's a longsword slash here on Steve. Does not hit. Steve,
Clang.
you get down there.
That's whoever that was.
Yeah, someone had a super dad sneeze there. Swing your sword, Steve. Or are you doing his shield?
No, he's gonna get in the middle of all this and start swinging this.
You know, it's
beautiful,
interesting. You
pretty
fight
sword.
with the shield, and your first name is Steve.
I don't get the joke.
Steve
Anyway.
Rogers, Captain America.
Oh,
Explains why Worm likes you so much.
Oh my gosh. Okay, go ahead and attack,
I didn't
Steve.
even think about that because I haven't thrown my shield yet.
No, we haven't had a thrown shield yet.
So the one this one here is the one I'm going to hit first.
Yep.
With my longsword, which should have more bonuses than it does.
Yeah, and it's crackling away
Correct.
like there's a little bit of fire. Yes, I'll add in the extra.
Okay, because I'm just going to go straight my 2-hit and just leave it all alone.
Do it.
And I'm going to roll that.
That kills it.
Yeah. And then this one here gets to taste the longsword again. That might not kill it.
I don't even know how we're getting the bonuses that we're getting on your numbers, but that is fantastic. 9 hits because you're a fighter. You have Thaco 14. They have armor class 8, so you needed a 6, dude. That crushes another one.
Come on! Come to me! I want to kill you all!
Okay. Who's next? Kira?
Sure, I'm going to just go after this guy still.
Lay the smack down on that zombie.
Yeah. I think that just barely hits.
What did you roll?
A 9.
A 9, that does hit for you. Yep. And the damage is 11. That kills it. You do have a second attack there, Kira. And you
Okay,
haven't
then I'll
moved yet.
go get the guy in the corner then.
Lay the beats down on the corner. Hit and kill. Very nice. Laura and Tika both look impressed. Have all the players gone? Can I now run the NPCs? Lorena runs up here and attacks. Does not hit. Tika pushes past Gilthanus and attacks with her frying pan. And clobbers the thing. Killing it with the frying pan. Gilthanus tries to keep up the illusion as he runs by, going, I'll go cast more spells.
Good job. I believe in you.
Runs past Steve here with his longsword out, and will make an attack.
Save some of those for me.
13. His stack. Yeah, that's enough. 5 damage. That kills it. Okay. That ends their round, and it's the zombie's turn. So this one lone zombie here is going to attack Benedict. And I don't know. Let's see here. A natural 20 probably hits, I'm guessing.
No, I'm immune.
I only rolled
I'm
a
a
1.
knight.
I only rolled a 1, though, so double the damage. You take 2 damage, Sir Knight.
Ow.
Don't you feel...
I feel kind of ripped off.
Are there no like ADHD, like a fucking ADHD, AD&D bad things that zombies do?
I don't know.
What do they crit and you lose 9 levels
Okay,
or
the
something?
zombies aren't actually strong enough to break the web. Like, they don't have enough strength to break out. So these 3 are just sort of hanging around. These ones walk up. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. And you guys hear pounding at the door down at your end of the hole. These ones will attack Gilthanus. And, like, take him to town. Holy cow. 4, the crit only did 1, so doubled is 2. That's 2 crits. Both times, nothing. A total of 14 on Gilthanus. He's thinking he made an error. And the last one will attack Steve. And Steve... An 11 does not hit. Okay. Ta-da! So, Evan's gonna congratulate Kira on her swordsmanship.
Thanks. Go do something useful.
And move his way down the hall. And that is the end of the turn. So we're gonna roll initiative again here. The party goes first. So let's go back to our 2 friends down locked in the door. You guys close the door and you can hear like thump, 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 and rattling of the iron ring that they're trying to pull on.
Rook's gonna hold the door closed, look over at Glenlead, smile, and say, "So what's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?"
Grenlead hit him. It's a bad joke.
Because I'm holding the door.
Grenlead, buddy, if Rook's holding the door, what are you doing?
Hacking Rook.
Attack
Well-
Rook.
I think I'm arguing with him. Like, our buddies are out there, and like we can't just leave them in. I'd like rather not die, but maybe we could like push the door open a crack and wedge the shield in and slash at their ankles or something.
How about this? How about I open the door, grab one, pull it in, and shut it, and you can beat the crap out of them. Sound good?
Do it. Deal.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna
Oh my
open the
God,
door,
Thieving is infectious.
grab the first one, pull it in, shut it, and that's my attack, so she can kill it.
Make your open door check, please, to do that successfully.
This is gonna suck.
Maybe I should open the door and you should swipe at him.
Okay, you got a better open door than me. Okay, let's do that.
Let me do that.
All right, you do that, and I'll kill it.
You do that maneuver successfully. So in comes
Okay.
one. Okay, Rook,
My turn with the
you got to hold up your end of the bargain now. 11. That's
11
a
and a
hit,
10.
and that
That's a
kills
hit.
it. I like
High
this,
five!
I like this
I
tactic.
put
five.
kid.
You can still hear
Woo!
pounding and pulling on the door. Going up here, the first PC I see is Steve. What's Steve doing?
Well, first of all, Steve approves that maneuver.
Mhm.
Steve approved?
That
Good.
was pretty cool.
That is definitely Steve approved.
We were worried you might sue us for copyright infringement.
No. Gilthanis got hurt.
Yeah.
Right?
Gilthanis has less hit points than Worm right now.
Yeah, I only have one attack this round. All right.
He got swamped.
Steve's just gonna move to here. I'm actually gonna try to hit that one there.
Yep.
Back up and get back to the magic. You suck at this.
You suck.
Shoot another lightning bolt.
That wasn't mine.
I don't care. Do something, but you suck with a sword. And then I swing.
Yeah, that is a hit and a kill. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's only the one single hit round, so...
Yep. How about Sir Knight? Benedict?
I'm going to look back at Loren and say, you got this one?
Oh, big grin.
I'm going to invoke an attack of opportunity, and I'm going to come down to here.
You just want to die. I get it.
I don't want Gilthanis to die, and I want Lorena to have a chance to shine as a
11
princess.
does not hit. 11 does not hit.
You are correct. And then we'll save the prince, because,
Okay.
that's a knightly thing to do.
While we're here, I'm going to roll for Lorena. She does hit. Unfortunately, she only does 1 damage, and that does not kill the zombie.
But if it takes aggro off of my squire, that's all that matters.
Tika will step in and hit it. With the frying pan of doom. No, that does not hit.
Did my
That's awesome.
9 hit?
Did yours hit? Yeah, absolutely, sir.
Okay, so it's still up with a bit of health.
And you did how much?
9 points.
9? Yeah. Yeah. It's still up with a bit of health. You're right.
Okay.
Okay. Worm?
Magic missile
Okay. Okay.
on this one
1 charge or 2 out of the...
too.
I assume you're using the wand, but...
Yeah.
Nice. He dies. Lorena and Tika both look a little...
Good job.
They give you a high
You
five.
smacked it.
They give you a high five. For sure. Someone want to roll for Grennick? D12, please.
10.
Holy shit. That's the only ones in range.
When we get down to the end of the hall, once the zombies are gone, we're going to start banging on the door and moaning, right?
Kira?
I'm just gonna start running down this way.
Yeah, you can move 12 squares.
Okay, so Just get right up next to my brother here.
Yep. Can you see anything? You can.
Oh, I can. Yeah. Cool. Then I'm just gonna shoot this guy down here.
Nice. I like this. Loose arrows. That hits. It doesn't kill it. You want to put another one into it?
Sure.
You do get to shoot twice. Oh, yeah. To the two in the room. You can hear one, but it's not pulling at the door any longer. And you hear it shuffling away. And it will attack. It's going to attack our dear friend Eben here.
I'm calling max damage crit. Do it.
Max damage crit. Could you imagine? That'd be awesome. It does hit him, though. For 6 points of damage. It's taking a couple hits. Okay. So that is the turn. We're going to roll initiative. The party gets to go first.
Every round except the first one. It's been great.
Yep. You know what? Kira has her bow out. I'm gonna give you first attack there, Kira.
Okay.
Because that just makes sense to me. That is a hit, and that finishes it. Boom. So, with that.
You never said she was shooting at the zombie.
Oh, true. True. Who else would she shoot at?
Eben?
Eben.
Who else? Okay. So
Is that it?
That is it.
There's nothing between Steve and the door they're holding closed?
No.
Okay, Steve's going to go run and slam into it.
Okay, so you guys hear the zombies go away. Maybe everything's going just a bit quiet, and you're thinking, is it time to open the door? And bang!
And I'm gonna moan, and I slam it a few times.
You can clearly hear Steve speaking in drunkenese outside the door.
I say pull Steve in.
Pull Steve in, we'll kill
And
him
trip
quick.
him.
Go ahead, open the door, see what happens. I can't wait for this.
So, what now, brown cows?
Ow.
Yeah, Gilfinus is also like going ow, as is Tika. So let's see if Grinnick has marked. I think he just marked down how many times he memorized it. I do know he cast Cure Light Wounds previously last time.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know he cast Chant. So
He chanted twice.
he chanted twice? Okay.
Yeah. I think he cast one Cure Light Wounds.
And he cast that thing on the ground, that mark, whatever that
Oh,
is.
yes, you're right.
Yeah, the Glyph of Warding.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll see if that's not knocked off. Let me see. Oh, that's his third level. Shoot. Okay, yes. Yep, that was marked off. Okay. All right. Well, he has three cure wounds to go around. So he's going to give one to Worm. I'll roll this here. D8. Worm gets 5 back. Gilfinus gets 1 back. And Tika gets 4 back. All right. And he is out of heals for today.
I'm also really low on squire duties.
I know that we wanted to push on, but we really should rest. It's getting late for one, and everybody's running out of juice.
But if we wait, the army will get to the elves before. We won't
Rook
be able
steps
to
out of the room and
distract
goes,
them to make them come back. Unless Rook goes and taunts them.
Well,
can
I
do
was kind
that.
of thinking maybe Rook and I could sneak up ahead while you guys rest.
Yeah, I'm full. I didn't get a scratch on that. I'm like
Yeah,
Captain
I'm full
Rogers.
too.
I can do this all day.
That's right. Take the line I haven't used yet.
Oh, sorry.
Grenlead's good at sneaking. She finds wraiths.
And leads them back to kill us all.
I mean, let's not talk
That
about
happens to us all.
Yeah.
We
It
appreciate
happens.
the XP.
Let's not
I have
split hairs
an
here.
invisibility and a mirror image left, so if somebody goes with you, I can cast invisibility on them.
I'll definitely go.
I'll
Yeah, I
go.
would- No, you stay here and rest. You look like hell.
I look like I do every day. Thanks.
I repeat, you look like hell.
Let's kind of like gesture Rook over to me and be like, hey. I pat him on the cheek.
Now
You're
I'm
invisible
invisible.
now. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Everything is where you left it. Just,
Oh.
you can't see it.
Are we locked in this room? I think we're locked in this room, aren't we?
No. There's another room to the south.
We can't get out of the room. Our characters cannot get out of that room.
Oh yeah, I've locked you in that. Sorry. Let's do that. Okay. There you go. Welcome to the
Right.
welcome back to the party, everybody. So I'm sorry. So Grenlead turns invisible, and we've turned Rook invisible.
Yep.
You guys both have ninja masks on. Okay. So
Okay.
where would you like to go?
What do you think? Should we keep going south, or do you want to go back? Like, which way do you want to go?
I'm thinking we were generally encouraged to go south, so let's
Alright.
go find some more monsters.
Why not? We've been doing awesome.
We got these big
Are-
bronze doors in front of us with
ours-
Pax Tharkus on them. No, that's where we want to go, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So this large chamber echoes softly with the sound of your passage. Quiet though it is, puffs of dust rise from each footfall on the floor. Here again is an area that seems not to have known the passage of a living soul in decades. The passage gradually widens from the doors, but the true dimensions of the room are lost in darkness. A row of stately granite columns lines each wall about 10 feet into the room. These are plain supports with no ornate carvings or unusual shapes, but they seem to have been constructed with great care. The fact that they have survived the cataclysm intact indicates that their builders were accomplished engineers.
I'll wait for you to catch up.
With them too, but I'm gonna pull
Yeah.
Wormside real quick before
Okay,
they
yeah.
go, or before we go. And I'm just gonna, like, where Steve can't see or hear us, I'm just gonna kind of pull her off to the side for a second, and just reach into my shirt real quick and pull out a necklace that it's got a little arrowhead on it that has a mountain with an axe chopping into it, and I just put it on her neck real quick and say, "If I don't come back, he's your problem," and then I leave.
Okay, you could have just. What is this?
Are you going too, Kira?
Yes.
So Kira's not invisible though, correct?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys
I'm gonna stay behind everybody a little bit, but I'm gonna still go with them.
So there are two doors leaving the room. One here and one over here.
I am going to check for traps as best I can.
Okay.
Do I have that ability? I don't even think I do, but
But it's okay. You're keeping your eye out. I'll let you know if you find something.
yeah, all right.
With your
So
foot.
I'm going to try to open this door.
Yeah,
Right here.
these doors are bronze as well. So the single bronze door opens easily into a short corridor. Hold on one second.
Okay.
And I will open that up for you. My apologies.
Is there anything in this corridor, or is it just? It's like just a dead end.
The door that you open bears the inscription of a jeweled crown. The dust in the corridor is very thick and undisturbed by any tracks.
Yeah, this is someone's grave. Let's back out. Let's try the other one. Is this one
The
open?
door is identical, and the tunnel beyond is
But there's a door here at the end of this one, so I'm going to move down.
You do see a door at the end. Okay.
Okay. I'll listen to the door. Do I hear anything, or?
Well, yeah, you do hear
Do I
something.
feel-
You do hear something. Just give me one moment here. You feel this under your feet. So,
Oh,
the two of you fall as the floor gives way beneath you and Grenlead. And Kira, you see them fall into a pit ahead of you prior to anyone reaching the door. And if you could each roll 3d6, that's how much damage you take from the fall.
oh, goody.
No, that's no. Grenlead's gonna die.
I take 5 damage.
Okay. I don't know how you got that lucky roll.
I got 2 2s and a 1, so I'm gonna take it.
Sorry, apparently. Sorry.
That's okay. Do you have the d6? There you go.
There we go.
11 damage to Grenlead.
Yay.
Does taking damage end invisibility? Says the
Pretty
dungeon
sure it
master
does.
That hasn't played first edition in a very long time.
I think it does, to be honest.
I'm not sure, so let's check quickly. And I think then
The invisible creature is not magically silenced with respect to noises. The spell remains in effect unless it is magically broken or dispelled, or the magic user or other recipient canceled it, or until he or she attacks another creature.
Okay, well there you go. You're both invisible at the bottom of the pit, but you heard yourself land, and I think that is a decent place for us to take our break. So we're gonna jump over to the hold screen, and we will be back in just a couple minutes.
Some sugar and carbonated water.
Oh, there you go. That's not bad. That's not bad.
I'm just drinking a beer.
I'm drinking
Yeah.
Pepsi. I'm doing
Well, you're DMing. You have to be somewhat intelligent.
no
I'm under
Nonsense.
doctor's orders.
nonsense.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper. So Grenlead and Rook fall into a trap, and the interesting thing would be from Kira's perspective, like there's nothing in front of you because they're both invisible. Then all of a sudden the floor just kind of crumbles in and down. The floor goes, and you just hear your friends like at the bottom.
And while Rook's at the bottom, he's like, looks over at Glendelete and goes, again.
Yeah,
So tell me, what's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this? Ow.
We have got to
She's
stop
invisible, so
meeting
you're
like
looking the
this.
wrong way.
We've got to stop
Yeah, you
eating like this. You guys
Did Rook
find
make the
spaces.
goofy sound on the way down?
I think.
Yeah.
Nah,
I see him
he
doing the
wouldn't
Peter
do
Griffin
that.
at the bottom.
I think Rook's.
He'd more of a shit.
I think Rook screamed
Yeah.
like a girl.
Oh, damn it.
That'd be
Please
great.
don't let Steve see this.
I'll bring Avril down
See
here.
him
You
doing the
can-
Peter Griffin holding his ankle.
Yeah.
Ow. Ow.
So are you gonna pull them out of the pit there? Do you have rope?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so do
Can't
I.
see them.
You can't
They're
see them.
invisible.
That's my thing.
No, but
Rook's like,
I'm
I look
assuming
at Grenlead.
that
I'm like, you
Kira
can't
is-
see Grenlead.
I'm assuming that like Kira is smart enough to figure out that these dumbasses fell in a hole.
Yeah.
So, okay. I will just throw the rope down there and be like, All right, guys, come on back up.
Okay, let's move.
I'll look at Glenn Lee to go, ladies first, and I'll hold the rope while she goes up.
And
Okay.
again, he's looking in the totally wrong direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's
That's
behind
okay
him.
because Grimly can't see him anyway.
I'm not looking
So-
up her
Oh my
chainmail.
God.
That's not
They're
what I would
bumping
do.
into each other. They're bumping into each other. They can't see one another. There's like absolute Three Stooges down in a pit. Going, going.
Would that be considered an attack? Do they become visible?
Yeah, they bump into each other, attack one another. Yeah, I'm with it. Okay.
Is Benedict's middle name Shit Disturber?
No, but Jeff's is.
It's hyphenated.
Yep.
It's hyphen.
It's hyphenated. It's French. Shite disturbe. Okay, well,
All right.
There be
so
la
we're gonna-
merde.
you guys are
So we're-
out of the pit, and you can see the door on the other side of it.
Is there any way we can like scoot around the sides of this thing to get to the door, or?
I will save you the trouble. Rook has a sneaky suspicion it's a false door.
Oh, great. Okay. I guess we're gonna have to go back down the other hallway and see what we can find the hard way. And does anyone have a 10-foot pole? Because I don't have a 10-foot pole.
Nope.
I would be shocked if anyone has a 10-foot pool.
We have an
All right.
Eben.
I'm gonna
I
start.
may have
We do
one,
have an
actually.
Eben. We do have an Eben if you'd like to take him for a
Let me check my inventory. I might actually have one.
I believe
Eben
that was
or a
joke
10-foot
from the
ball?
first session.
I do have a 10 pole in my inventory. I put it in there on
Oh,
session
fuck
1.
off. You did not.
Take a look at my character sheet. It's not been added in. It's right in the middle. Under the large belt pouch.
I vaguely remember you saying that. You said we were gonna need one of these. No, I'll just poke with my sword in front of me.
Hey, mystery. I'm looking down. I'm looking down. Son of a bitch.
So number 11 on my inventory.
He's got a 10-foot pole. Where have you been carrying your 10-foot pole?
I have a squire. That's what squires are for.
He's been
Up his
storing it
ass.
up Rook's ass.
Oh, I just knew you were gonna
Remember
say
the
that.
second-
Abby.
Okay.
Rook,
Okay.
I need my pole.
Maybe Rook's been carrying it for him because we don't stick. Rook's had a stick up his ass.
Rook pulls it out for him.
Are you looking
well,
for this?
apparently the party does have a 10-foot pole amongst them. So do you take that and start?
No, I'll just poke with my sword ahead of me.
Okay.
Just tap, tap, tap.
I smack Rook with the 10-foot pole because he's not going to use it.
All right, you get down.
What have I
into-
been carrying this around for?
You get
You
down
can't
into the
see
back
him.
of the room. Yeah, you can't see him.
Well, I tried.
And I keep tapping the sides, looking for something, and I'm tapping the walls too, looking for a secret door. Now I do have the ability to find secret doors. Although I think you have to roll it because I have a 1 in something chance of finding one if there's something here. Was it? No, I think it's a 2 or a 3 for secret doors. Where is it?
Well,
Secret door. 1 in 6.
I
1
was
in
gonna
6 chance.
Regular people have like a 1 in 6.
So I got a 1 in 6 chance of finding secret doors.
You know what? I'm gonna roll it so that you don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to know. You tell me.
Just
I'll keep tapping.
Did you see that roll?
No, I did not see your roll. Did you roll?
I did roll. I did roll.
I did not see
Is
it.
Grenlead searching as well? Oh, I like
What'd you
this.
roll? I didn't see
I
it.
like this that you can't see my rolls.
Yeah, this is cool. That's the way it should be.
Grenlead, you do find, surprisingly enough, a shifting wall. You know, being the dwarf that you are. At the end of the tunnel,
So,
there is just
do you guys go ahead?
there's just the tiniest bit of stone at the foot of the wall that only a dwarf's eye would maybe notice that it's a little cockeyed, and you sort of give it a bit of a wiggle and a turn, and then the door slides open.
Okay, so come on over here. Let's check this out. Let's keep looking.
Mhm.
Are we still going on alone, or are we going back for friends?
It's a good thing we'll go to get the end of this hall.
Okay.
All right. Hugging the wall here.
Yep.
Like following their footprints in the dust.
Absolutely.
Figure Kira's at least decent enough of a tracker to do that.
Totally. You can see like the footprints and every so often cobwebs get brushed aside things like that.
Yeah.
The tunnel ahead.
Like, because she's not like right behind them, but enough that like if they get into trouble, that she's there to
Oh, yeah.
either be a distraction
Absolutely.
or whatever.
Absolutely. So the tunnel ahead ends, and then a narrow passageway leads off of it.
Oh, let's keep looking.
Okay. I better go first. I'm not hurt as bad as you.
Okay.
Holy jeez.
So,
I'm going to start tapping the floor. I'm going to start tapping the floor
yeah,
because it's a scream traps.
I assume you've been doing that. At the end, there is a bronze door ahead.
And do we hear anything on the other side? Well, we're not there yet, but
Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah.
Looking for secret doors.
There's you don't hear anything beyond.
And I'm looking for like would be arrow slits, like those little holes, like for those Indiana Jones fans of ours.
You're looking for murder holes and such. Absolutely.
Like, I'm just not running down this hallway. I'm looking.
Nope, nothing like that, Rook. You make it all the way to the door, and there's nothing.
Is there anything by the?
So
There's a big room.
Yeah, let's quickly rush back to the rest of the party while you reach that door. What are we doing back here? Lorana and Tika are sort of trading war stories from the Great Battle of zombies, even though they maybe didn't land many blows. They think they did fantastic. This is sort of their first real battle, and against the undead, they are feeling like they're like floating 3 inches off the ground.
Well, Steve's upset he didn't kill as many as he wanted.
Gilthanus looks absolutely exhausted. He's sitting in a corner. Grinnick has sat down cross-legged, and you can see him with his holy symbol and his eyes closed. Eben is just watching everyone.
I have a wheel of cheese that I'm going to split with everyone except Eben.
Okay. So you literally like walk, here you go, here you go.
Yeah.
Not you. Here
Not
you go.
for you.
Here you go.
Not
Fuck
for
you. Fuck you.
You guys are
Doesn't
mean.
like
He says to you, I don't know what I've done to make you not trust me.
Poor
Benedict
guy
doesn't
survives
like
a
you. That's
battle.
good enough for me.
Or maybe not like me. I mean, you found me almost dead by the river.
Talk to the guy with the mustache. I'm just following his lead. No cheese for you.
He just looks across the sort of the dim dungeon corridor at Benedict, and
I've been staring at him coldly the whole time while I brushed my mustaches out.
Okay, you can tell that that's weighing on him. Like you're having an effect on him. He's very sort of timid over there, and just sort of after Steve passes him, he noticed you watching him, and he almost shrinks away from the group a little bit.
Okay, I have to ask. It's not as a player, but as a person. How are Worm and Grannick not have? Benedict not having a serious conversation about the flames that shot out of her hands.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that on the break. I think we're playing through that.
This willful stupidity or willful blindness, like Sergeant Schultz. I see nothing. I see nothing. Nothing.
Inside the game, she's got a reason not to tell me. Otherwise, I'm sure she would have told me. So her secret is her secret until.
Okay, I was asking out of character. I was just asking as a player.
Benedict does not want to besmirch her honor.
That's fair enough.
No, he's sharing all his doubt for this poor bastard we found all beat up.
Yeah. Exactly.
All the doubt goes on you, buddy.
It's on him.
Yeah, Eben is feeling very uncomfortable and has shrunk away from the group a bit.
So
clearly, your squire's in line to you, but you're cool with that.
I'll wave Eben over and I'll give him a piece of the cheese Steve gave me and wave him back to where he's sitting.
Okay.
He's earned a bite of cheese. He hit something once.
He gladly takes the cheese and then sort of uses Grinnick as a shield from the rest of the group. Yeah.
Did we get healing potions?
I
when we
move
were
slightly
last-
so I can see him.
I don't know that
again.
there's a healing potion amongst the party.
Well, that just seems stupid on us.
I don't know that there was any opportunity to buy one.
No.
We have the prince and princess. You'd think somebody would have brought one.
Yeah, but there's no magic here. Remember?
No, but it could
The
be
whole land
elven,
is
just herbal. I'm betting it's herbal. I'm sure it's got some sort of narcotic in it.
It's herbal, man.
And
It's
you
It's
need to
herbal.
essential oils and gems and like crystals.
It's some ninjiom and.
Oh, there's crystal in it, all right.
They go
crystal
in-
meth.
They go into Darken Wood and they milk the unicorn.
Oh,
Milk
that
the
sounds
unicorn.
dangerous.
Which horn?
Yeah, I'm not drinking
I
that.
think he was a male. I think he was a male.
Not
I think he was a
drinking
male.
that.
The forest
I don't think
master.
it
Yeah.
matters. If I
So
can
when
move the
Eben
buffer-
use-
uses
rainbow.
Grinnick as a shield, I just make sure I lean so I can keep one eye on him.
Okay.
No matter where he goes, I've got one eye on him.
Gilthinus motions to Worm to come sort of like come sit with him.
Yes.
He says, I noticed you have considerable skill with magic. I could not have thrown a lightning bolt down the corridor.
Wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Your robes are gray.
This is just what I was given by my knight guy.
Okay. He looks up at Benedict, who's like side glaring at Eben, and seeing that the knight is fully concentrated there, he goes, Gilthinus goes, you should have made your journey to the tower by now. Am I right?
What tower? I don't know what you're talking about with towers? What?
He's like, okay, we'll talk later.
No, there's nothing more to talk about. Thanks, Gilthinus. I'm gonna go over here now, and I stand behind Steve, basically doing what Evan was doing.
You just disappear
Just so
behind
he can't-
Steve.
Yeah.
Like, did you put the necklace away, or did you leave it out so
Oh
that
yeah,
Steve
what's
can
going
see
on with
it?
that necklace?
I put it like under the shirt, under the tunic.
Okay, so Steve doesn't know it's there.
I'm assuming Steve was not to know it was there, so
Okay, that's fair.
Steve doesn't know shit when he's told shit. So
that's that too.
All right, the
That
group.
tracks.
The group that's back at the door. Are we opening or are we going back to the group?
I want to listen to the door first before I open it.
I think the door.
But
is
I'm
open,
getting-
actually, is it not?
Yeah, I think it is.
I'm
gonna.
I obviously didn't
I'm-
close that off, so let's say you open it.
Yeah, I opened it, stepped inside. What do I see?
Oh wow. Okay. Well, inside.
Wow.
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 So the long, dusty corridor finally passes through a bronze door into a large circular room. Here, as in the other corridors leading into the chamber, the dust on the floor is thick and unmarked. A curious feature of the room is the column in its center, which slants slightly to the side, but climbs far out of sight above. A closer look makes it obvious that the column is actually a massive chain, supported by a huge iron bracket sunk into the center of the floor. Each link is as long as a man, and the iron bands forming the links are nearly a foot thick. The bracket in the floor is 15 feet across and nearly 3 feet thick.
This is the chain they were talking about, right?
I'm
Gilthinus had mentioned a chain room, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there's another
I'm
bronze
thinking-
door over here. Sorry, go ahead, Grenlead. I cut you off.
Sorry, it's okay. It's me. I'm thinking we just came through a room where people haven't been in a long time, and it's big enough for us, and some of us want to rest and whatever else. I think this is a good next home base, and we should go back and get the get the party started.
If you guys
Sorry.
wanna, well, if one of you wanna go, because you're invisible,
Yep.
just in case.
All right,
Okay.
let's go. I just run back.
Okay.
Da, 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 da. Like the Running Man.
And the other two, Grenlead and Kira, you guys are going into the room?
So I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the party can move their way south if they'd like towards the room that's been spoken of. I'm gonna shift.
Yeah,
I'm gonna shift the.
I know they
NPCs.
can't see me, but I'll just say, hey, I'll grab like worms by the.
If you move your feet
shoulder.
around, right, there's all the dust on the floor. If you want to.
Yeah, so I'll jump up and down. Makes just like follow me, guys, straight this way. And actually, does one of you have a torch? I'll just hold the torch, even though I'm invisible. The torch will come running with me.
I have a torch, so.
Good. I take torch. Follow me. I start running back.
Okay. Steve is going to get left in the dark here.
Running is undignified.
I'm moving Steve along.
Thank you.
I'm marching at a stately pace.
Then I'll march to stately pace too.
Medium
I
pace?
am having trouble seeing the map.
At a medium pace, yes.
Steve, can you see the map now?
Yeah, mostly.
Mostly?
Well, I can see a long line. Now it's moving around by it. I pressed the wrong button.
That's okay. I'm moving you up.
You caught up?
Yeah, I am a light source, so you just keep moving me along. I usually bring up the rear, so... Trouble is the player hasn't seen the map at all either, so I have no idea what's going on.
There. Brought us all in together.
Okay. There we go. Steve's in the room. Everybody, I think, is in the room. Benedict.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on it. Everything just went dark on me.
Right, because
Oh, there we go.
I moved you up and then you moved back. So hold on a second. There you go. You're good. Okay, so this is the big circular room we're talking about. There's a massive chain in the middle. And there is another door on the other side. I will tell you this: the descriptions of these chambers, there was a error in the mapping process here, and like everything should be twice the size it is. Like one square on here should actually be 10 feet as opposed to 5 feet. So when I make descriptions, if you're like, well, this doesn't look like that big a room, that's my error. But yeah. Anyways, there's a very large chain in the center of the room. It stretches up into darkness. There is no roof to this chamber. Gilthanas immediately sort of gasps and realizes, he's like, this is the chain room. We're beneath Pax Tharkus.
Where does this chain go?
It should go up into the fortress.
Oh, we climb?
My understanding is that the dwarves made some sort of defense mechanism, and this chain is part of that.
Okay. So can we take the chain up into the fortress? Instead of bumbling around down here in the dark like morons?
And a knight?
He thinks so, but it's going to be a hell of a climb.
First thing everybody needs to do is rest.
Magic?
Sorry?
Does anybody have magic?
Everybody's pretty tapped, I think.
I have a magic sword.
Yeah,
And a
me
magic
too.
shield.
Not so much. I'm waiting for my vibranium shield.
We'll work on that. We'll work on that. There is a bronze door here on the other side of the room.
Well, if you guys want to rest, I'm fine. I can keep going. How about I go ahead and scout ahead some more?
You didn't tell us you fell down a pit, didn't you?
I didn't tell you guys that. You have no clue that happened. As far as you're concerned, it hasn't happened.
Kira knows. Kira knows.
Glenelite and I are
I know.
perfect. We're fine. And she's not saying shit. Because she Ranger Pinky squared. Can't break the Ranger Pinky square. Rangers don't rat out Rangers.
So
it's
Steve,
a rule.
Steve, the chain is huge, even for a big guy like you. It's not unclimbable. It doesn't sway. It is under immense tension.
Steve hits it with his shield.
Okay.
Just
Why?
to see what kind of... Because he's Steve?
Yeah.
And this is a giant
Okay, but-
chain?
You're gonna cause it to make noise.
Well, he hit it with his shield. Kang! You
Clang,
don't...
clang,
it does
clang.
reverberate throughout this chamber, but you're not sure that it goes that far up the chain. The chain is so thick that you would have to hit it with a significant force to do that.
Okay, but
Yeah,
this is Steve
that's
we're
all.
talking about.
That's all I was kind of checking, if I could make it move at all or do anything.
No,
Does it
it
make
does not
noise?
move. It does not move. Imagine, like, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, the big chains on, like, ships, cargo ships and things
Yeah.
like that raise and lower the
Oh, I
anchors.
know it's absurd.
Yeah, like
But
it.
so is Steve.
And there is a massive, like, plate of steel bolted into the floor here.
Well, Rook should go open that other door.
Yeah, I was thinking I'll go let you guys rest here. And I'll
Well,
go
I thought
explore.
you'd open the door first.
I
and
love
see
how
what's
that was
wrong.
worded. Rook should go open that door.
Rook's gonna go open the door.
Well,
Okay.
we don't have a Tobin, so sorry.
No,
Rook.
I'm cool with that. I'm totally cool scouting ahead.
I will
You're
let you know
healthy.
that Tika is a 3rd level rogue. She doesn't do that sort of thing anymore. In 1st edition, it's called dual classing, but she could be pulled on to do rogue duty if you need it.
If she doesn't volunteer, we'll have no way of knowing that.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
those
So-
of you that grew up with her knew that she had sort of a shady past around Solus. Like she was a bit of a cut
Troublemaker?
purse.
So like, I'm doing the whole tapping thing. I'm not just racing down this thing like going woo.
Okay.
No.
So you're tapping away. You guys can't see him, but you can hear the tapping of the sword.
Yeah, and I'm taking a quick peek around the corner, and oh, looks like there's nothing.
Yeah, you see it go down and it dead ends.
All right, I'm looking for secret doors
Okay.
and false floors, so I don't fall through the floor again and die.
You don't find anything.
You want my
Find it.
10-foot pole?
No, I'm sure okay. I'm still looking for secret doors.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
Crap. That means I'm gonna have to do the one thing I didn't want to do. All right, so if I can't find anything, well, you guys rest. I can climb up this chain and see what's going on. Could Rook do it, or is it? Or is
I
it
think if we're
undoable?
climbing, we're all going together. So we don't know how far it goes. So let's just rest up and
Well,
all
why don't you
go
guys let
together.
me go? Why don't you let me scout ahead and see how high it actually goes? It might be unpassable.
Why are you being like this? Why don't you just rest?
I feel great. I had 16 energy drinks and 1 iron and 1 Red Bull. I'm good.
I'm gonna put the
It
pole
gives you wings.
back. Sit down, boy.
All right.
Relax, man.
Okay, if you
You
have
can
to
take
know,
first watch. How about that?
I will. But if you have to know, if you really, really have to know, the fact I couldn't track Tobin down is driving me nuts. I've always been able to find him.
I'm going to hug Rook.
Don't hug me. I don't want to hug.
I'm
Like,
gonna
I'm
hug
going
Rook
to
from the other
continue.
side.
We're going to continue to hug
We're-
Rook and tell him it's okay. Tobin has to go. Tobin is Tobin. Okay.
fine. I just can't
Don't
believe
kill
it.
it.
I
can't
joined the
believe I
group
could
hug.
track.
You join the group hug? Yeah,
Oh.
I think Tika, I think
Non-consensual group hug.
Tika joins in as well.
I
And
wave
Rook's just
everybody
getting,
in.
and Rook's getting
Oh.
madder and madder and madder. They're
There's
hugging
not
me,
much
just
you can do about it except be hugged, buddy.
Okay, everybody make an opening. We're going to get Eben in the middle here with him.
You know, Eben even. Come
We just
on
look at
in,
Evan. No, not you.
No, you stay in the corner of the circular room. You get over there.
He's the only one not invited to the hug.
I wave him in, but I glare at him the
God,
whole
for you.
time.
You wave him in, and then you just disperse as he arrives.
Dude is gonna
Oh,
freaking
that's-
betray us.
That's the end of the hug. Okay.
Probably.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah,
Are we
just
taking?
as he
Are we
gets in.
taking? Are we camping, sleeping in this chamber for
Well,
the
we're all
period
pretty
of a rest?
fucked. You really don't have much choice,
We
even
are
though
Yeah.
canonically it's
Much
Yeah.
as I don't want to.
yeah.
You're no good to anyone dead.
Why don't we climb
Exactly.
halfway up the chain and tie ourselves off, and then
No.
No.
Okay, let's stop listening to Benedict.
when did you start?
Let's remove the bend.
I'm mad at
Let's
this
stop
poor
listening to
strange guy because of you.
Okay, so we're resting here.
Yep.
So everyone
Yes.
can give themselves
Yes.
1 hit point back.
Oh, I feel so
Ooh.
much better.
Thank you.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Now I'm just under half.
Yeah. 1. You sure you don't want to let me have like 2? Fuck. This game system is rough.
What do I get for second wind?
Yeah, exactly.
Interestingly enough, there are some people like that didn't take a hit. Like Lorena was not hit. Grinnick was not hit. Rook.
if I hadn't fallen down that pit that no one knows about,
Kira,
I'd have been
I don't
fine.
I don't think Kira took a hit.
Nope, I
Um,
didn't. I'm good.
Yeah.
I got credited for 2 that last encounter. I took all the damage last time.
I'm at 29 of 42.
And you hugged the lightning
Friendly
bolt in the last
fire.
game.
Yeah,
Um,
Ride the Lightning's one of my favorite
Kira,
songs.
as you sleep that night, Lorena sort of snuggles up close. And Eben watches that. You kind of catch him looking in the direction of you two. Not in a
I'm
I will
watching Eben.
stab you.
not in a lecherous way. I want to
Okay.
be clear on that.
I'm watching Eben in a lecherous way.
Benedict's like, oh,
Of
yeah.
course you are.
Oh yeah. These handlebar mustaches are for more than just beauty. They're
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah.
Mustache rides.
Your seed is ready,
I tell
sir.
Eben to keep his eyes in his sockets.
so like Worm comes over and goes, "Hey, are you
Keep your eyes in
subtle
your
about
sockets. No,
it?"
I'm subtle with everything else, but no,
He's startled by that.
Steve is going to eat this right.
And sort of like tries to divert his eyes as much as possible. Gilthinus, you guys sleep. Are we taking watches?
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to take watch with Worm.
Okay.
I've been
Unless
voluntold.
my sister tells me to, to take a watch. I'm going to sleep.
No,
Okay.
you sleep.
Preferably,
So hold on.
preferably
hold on
curled
a
up
sec.
with this bar wench.
First watch is Kira and Worm. Who's second?
And I'm secretly
Nice.
watching them, not
Who's-
sleeping.
Who's second watch?
I'll take the dirty watch, whatever like the midnight shift is. That'll be the
Okay,
one that Rook will take
that's-
because he's like full of energy.
Yeah, that one's.
Piss and vinegar.
Yeah, piss and vinegar.
I'll take last watch. I'll just get up early.
Eben offers to help you, Rook, on your watch.
You know what? That's fine. I'm cool with it. I don't know who this guy is. I wasn't there
It's like,
for
come
it, so
on,
I'm
come
not as
on,
untrusting.
like, the knight doesn't trust me as it is. Let me at least earn my way here.
Fine. Cool. You can stay with me. I don't care. You've
Okay.
done
During
nothing
that,
to-
I'm going to not sleep during second watch. I'm going to keep eyes on Eben
You're
while
already
pretending to
awake
sleep.
during first watch, you said.
You've got to sleep, dude. You don't get
But
healed.
don't worry.
Who is taking
I
the
can
final? Who is taking
if
the final
Evan's a bad
watch?
guy, I can handle it.
I said I'd take the final watch.
Okay.
So I guess I have to sleep when Eben's up.
Yeah.
Plan
Hey,
that well.
I have a pragmatic question.
Okay.
Lighting.
Yeah, like, well, I was going to get to that. Is like a torch
Oh,
kept
sorry.
burning through the night, or Does someone have
How
a
long do they
lantern?
last?
A torch lasts for an
I have a bullseye lantern.
hour. Wait a minute. I think Grinnet cast continual light lasts
He did.
on a shield.
Yep,
Yeah, and
on
Steve's
Steve's shield.
On Steve's shield.
So maybe he just puts the shield in the center of the room. Does that sound good to everyone?
Yeah.
No,
We can hang it on the chain.
There's no heat on it, but
no, no. Okay, if it's in the middle of the room, then so is Steve because he's going to
Okay.
be sleeping with his shield.
Like
That's
curled
fine.
up around the bottom of the chain.
that's
Curled
fine.
up under it.
I've got my shield and my bar wench. If I can have her,
Absolutely.
perfect. Don't know
Tika,
what to do with her, but I have her.
that's okay. She doesn't know what to do either. So you and Tika are in the center of the room, well lit by the light of the shield,
And behaving.
and maybe making hand puppets on the wall.
Oh,
Probably, knowing them.
Okay.
yeah. Rude ones.
So first watch. Kira obviously had a plan. So what's the plan, Kira?
After everybody kind of settles down a little bit,
Yeah, you can hear
She's
some
kinda
soft
like-
snoring. You can hear some soft snoring.
yeah. And like she kind of looks at Benedict to make sure that he actually fucking goes to sleep before she starts talking.
Okay.
She just looks at him like... Because at this point, I'm pretty sure that she knows that he knows that everybody else knows. So,
Okay.
But does he know that I know that he knows that she knows that I know?
Yeah.
exactly. How confusing
got
can we make
cheese.
this?
That's what I know.
Oh, we lost Copper.
That's okay. Continue.
I'm
So
here.
once everybody settles down a little bit, she kind of looks at Worm and she just says, I know that it's your secret to tell, but I do have to say this. And she kind of like looks around at everybody that's in the room and she's like, we've traveled together long enough now that this group is a family. We're not going to turn you out for being what you are. You're part of this group. You're part of this family. Just remember that.
Not that I don't know that. Call it plausible deniability. If I don't say it, you don't know it.
True, but I know these people, and whoever and whatever you're running from, they're going to have to go through us to get to you, so...
Maybe. But if they have no reason to come after me, then they don't need to. No. Nobody needs to know. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
Beautiful TikTok meme.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
So,
No,
like, does this do
kinda-
anything, or is it just like,
When Steve and I first started traveling together, I wasn't exactly happy that my little brother decided to invite himself along.
okay.
He found that in a river one day and carved our family symbol in it. And I told him I didn't keep it.
That was mean.
Yeah, but what are siblings for?
That was mean.
I don't know. I never had one.
You got lots of them now.
As you look
Gross.
around at the motley crew that's like lying on the floor.
Yeah, pretty much. Honestly, that really fucking tracks, though.
Yeah, it does. I just. If anybody is gonna die, it's gonna be Steve. Because he's an idiot.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay. As long as you are aware of that fact. I mean, not smart people don't jump on the backs of dragons.
I'm aware. I love my little brother, but he's an idiot.
Yeah, he is. But he's
He's a
good
good
people.
man.
Yeah, he's okay.
You maybe hear a soft whisper from over by the chain. He's my idiot.
Yes,
I'm
Sika.
trying to
I know,
encroach
Sweetie.
your territory. I'm just saying he's a nice dude.
She's not even totally awake, you don't think?
Yeah, that tracks.
Like, see, if she didn't know I wasn't, never mind. It's fine.
I promise it will be okay. If you tell Benedict, I promise it will be okay.
Maybe. But that puts him in danger.
We're kind of in danger already.
More than right now.
More danger.
More.
Okay. Well, listen. The watch passes uneventful. Like, it's maybe one of the most uneventful watches you've ever had. Like, outside, maybe birds or animals move at some point during the watch, and you get all in here, like just a quiet. Pardon the expression, but like a tomb, like nothing.
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah.
Second watch.
I'm so upset by that he hung up.
I know. Second watch, and now it's his watch. God damn it!
No,
I
actually,
thought
it's
he was
my
third
watch. It's
that's
third
right.
watch.
That's
it's
right.
me and Eben.
Yeah.
So my first question is, Eben, what the hell did you do to piss these people off? Just straight out like that. Like, what did you do?
He says, so listen, I have a fresh start here with you, I hope.
Yeah, you've done nothing to me, but you've upset my friends. Like, what did you do, dude?
Me and some other soldiers that were approaching Pax Sarkis were ambushed. It was a bloody battle, a massacre. We had no chance. Somehow, and he motions to his head, there is a large bump on his head. He goes, I got knocked over this. And then I remember coming through, and your friends were coming up the creek bed towards me. I saw more draconians, and they saved me.
Okay. So, like, first I gotta ask, is this guy an elf or is he a human? I'm not sure what he is.
He is a human.
Okay.
And he told everyone that he was from Gateway, which is a town between here and Solus. And that him and some resistance fighters were on their way to Pax Tharkis because men and women had been taken from Gateway as well.
All right, that tracks. So they just don't trust you because they think you're like what? Like what's the deal? What? Why are they not trusting you? What didn't you do? Did you not pull your weight in a battle with them? Like when we got in a fight, did you not like help out or?
He's like, I've tried to be straight with them at every point, but Mr. Mustaches, Mr. Northern Knight, he's got it in for me.
You mean Sir Benedict? Try calling him by the right name. That might help. It's Sir Benedict.
I think it's actually Sir Greymantle.
Even better, Sir Greymantle or Sir Benedict, whatever you need to call him.
You know, he's not a fan of yours either.
You kidding? He loves me. They all love me. We're friends. All right, you know what? Maybe they don't love me.
When you were gone, they made no mention of you or this Tobin fellow.
In all fairness, I've pretty much kept myself at arm's length from all of them. But that's nothing personal. That's just the way I am.
You're clearly a cut above. You're clearly a cut above them, Rook.
I'm not a cut above them. I'm just different. That's all.
I can tell.
They do their thing.
Tell. You approach things very pragmatically. I could get behind a leader like you.
Yeah, I'm not the leader. They're the leader. I'm just the guy that goes ahead and does all the scouting around. That's all I do. So,
he's like, well, anything I can do to help you.
Yeah, I look, even with these guys are my friends, are the closest thing I have to friends. and I still kind of like to go it alone. So
Did you?
nothing against you, nothing against you personally. That's just kind of the way I go. The only guy I kind of sorta, but not really, kind of sort of hung out with, but not really, was Tobin, and he took off, and I can't find him.
Oh, that's a real shame.
And that little annoying bastard, he drove me nuts, but I still don't. I can't figure out why I can't find him. I want to go back and try a fourth time.
I know what it's like to lose friends. I lost so many out there by the creek.
Oh, well, he wasn't my friend. He just.
It sounds like a friend.
You've never met him. You'd understand when I say that he was a friend, but wasn't a friend.
Yeah,
He was definitely annoying, and let's put it this way: life with him was never boring.
I feel like you maybe lost someone. Like you seem a little defensive.
I'm not defensive. What do you mean defensive? I'm not defensive. No, honestly, I'm not defensive. I just like to go it alone. That's all I've ever done is always alone hunting, always alone tracking. I go it alone. That's just what I do.
Well, who taught you to do all that?
It's how I've always been. I had one family. The closest thing I have to a family is my mentor, and that was my friend Terrence, old Terry. That's the closest.
Where's old Terry?
He's in Solus. He was the closest thing I've had to a father. Closest thing I've had to. He's been my mentor, and closest thing I've had to a father, and that's pretty much all I've ever needed.
If he was in Solus, he's probably here somewhere. Myself and the assistant saw them take a whole bunch of people from Solus south.
They wouldn't have taken him alive. They wouldn't have captured him. He's probably out hiding in the hills somewhere. He's like me. In fact, he's better than me. If they didn't catch me, there's no way they caught him.
I can see that you have a great amount of respect for him.
If you'd seen that man work in the bush, you'd understand. I can't track. That's why I'm so mad that I can't find Tobin. Terrence makes sense. Tobin does not.
Tell me something.
What?
The dwarves. Where did you pick up the dwarves? I mean, the one can heal.
That's their story to tell.
Oh, yeah, but they won't tell me anything. That's
well, because you haven't earned. Listen, you haven't earned their trust.
There hasn't been a cleric for a long time.
Who says he's a cleric?
Oh, come on. Rook, he's healing people.
It could be just magic. He could be from like the red tower, the white tower, the black tower. It could be anything.
Oh, speaking of towers, and he looks over at Sleeping Worm. That one should have probably been wearing the colored robes by now.
Look, I don't know what's going on with that either. I just thought that's some kind of neat stuff that the knights do, because he's a squire.
That's no squire. You know that, right?
But has to be. She's with Benedict. So he's with Benedict. Therefore, that's Benedict has called him his squire. Therefore, he is his squire. That must be some neat squire crap they do. Who knows what those knights are going to be capable of?
Is the knight?
You've heard the stories.
Is the knight?
You've heard the stories
of the knights of Salamnia, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
They're
human.
This must be. They must have magics. Who knows? Anyway, enough about me. Let's get back to you. So again, you're saying you got into a fight and got knocked out.
Look at what they did.
So it's clearly a bump, right? Like it's not like something that was made.
No, it is a goose egg.
So what was your profession before all this started?
I was a bit of a courtier, might be the best way to describe it. I worked for
courtier. What court would you have been in?
Well, I worked for the Lords of Gateway.
Doing what?
Well, a bit of a messenger.
I look at him. He doesn't look like a bushrunner like me, right?
No, not at all. In fact, his clothes look to have at one point been very high quality, but there's blood stains from his wounds and tear marks from where he's been struck with weapons and things like that.
What kind of messenger should you be? And I'm going to point to his clothes. Look, you're not dressed. And I point to mine. I point to his. You're not exactly dressed for someone.
I am not, or was not a warrior. I mean, I knew how to work a sword a bit, and he sort of, rattles his... I'd travel for the Lords of Gateway to Solus. And elsewhere. A diplomat. You're right.
A diplomat?
You're right. I'm certainly not a warrior.
All right. Well, you're going to have to become one. So you better learn how to use that sword, and you better start fighting, and you better try to... Quickest way to become one, and I point to Steve and Benedict.
Mm-hmm.
Next fight, you stand side by side with them, and you use your sword the best of your ability. No more cowering in the back. You got to be up on the front lines with them. That'll earn their respect.
How can I match his martial ability or that one's brute
strength? They're not. You give your 100%.
It's not my bag.
It might not be equal to their 100%, but you give them 110%, and you stand shoulder to shoulder with them. You'll earn their respect, and if you earn, at least you'll earn their trust. And then maybe you might be able to earn their respect. As long as they can see that, as long as you're up front with them and fighting with them as opposed to cowering behind them, they'll always have to keep one eye on you. But if they see you up front, sharing the risks.
Grey Mantle protects those, right? The weaker members of the party, correct? Like that's his...
Yeah, that's his shtick.
He would never let anything happen to his squire, right?
He wouldn't let anything happen to you if you earn his trust.
I'll take your words to heart, Rook. I'll try to earn the knight's trust.
Earn his trust, and the only way to do that is to stand shoulder to shoulder with him in all fights. No more cowering behind.
I'll do it.
In fact,
I'll show you. I'll do it.
Yeah. Is there any way to do an insight? Because I'm getting the sneaky suspicion this guy isn't who he says he is. It's just feeling...
you can give me a D20 and tell me if it's under your wisdom.
Yeah, because I don't trust him right now. I'm feeling... I didn't have a problem before, but now I really do.
Then you know what? You don't even have to make the roll. I would just say trust your gut.
Yeah, my gut's saying, it's under my wisdom. So my wisdom's 14. I'm saying there's something shady about him. There's more to him. So why don't you tell me again what you were doing, how you were getting here, and where's the message that you were bringing? Where's that?
I wasn't bringing a message.
I hold my hand.
We were trying to infiltrate Pax Tharkus.
Okay, but you just said you're not a fighter.
No, but I was with
You just said you were a messenger. You just said you were a messenger.
I told you that's what I did before the dragon armies invaded.
Okay, and then you're trying to get to Pax Tharkus, but you're not really a... Why would they have chosen you to come with them?
Desperate times call for desperate measures, Rook.
Yeah. Okay.
He points at the princess. There are some here that are maybe not as skilled as others, but they were brought along regardless.
Okay, so I point to the princess and I go, she's royalty. She has to be here because she has to be seen as a leader to her people. I point to everyone else here. Everyone else that's here is here because they're here trying to defend their families or defend their homes or to protect their homeland.
That's what
I'm doing.
And
I point to each everyone.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. All right.
I'm protecting my home, my people.
Okay. Like I said, if you're going to do that, like I said, shoulder to shoulder with the big guys.
I will.
Next fight.
I'm going to show you. Okay, so I'm going to say that there's no real other information gleaned, but maybe you do this dance for some time.
Yeah.
Over your watch. The final watch was who? We had Benedict and Tika. Is that right?
Sure.
And before Rook goes to bed, he kind of walks up to Benedict, with my back to Evan, kind of points through me to Evan and goes like, "What the fuck?" Watch him.
Yeah.
Watch him.
There's
and
a
then I'm gonna go.
There's a traitor in Pax Tharkus, and we think it's him.
Yeah, there's something not right. I'm not feeling it.
So,
well, I'll be watching the other way if you want to take care of him. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
when you take your watch, when Tika is woken up for her watch, she diligently tries to wake herself up out of her sleep as quickly as possible, gets her armor like back in fitted order, and like is diligent to make sure she's on guard and watching for the rest of the group.
Does Steve just sleep through all that shit?
Yeah, like she rolls out from
Who
under
was
an
with
arm
him?
or something. I picture
or something.
I picture that maybe she was like actually like lying on top of you like some sort of pillow, not the entire body, like just the head or something. But like when Benedict says it's time for watch, like she's up and at it.
Perfect.
She says,
Like a good squire.
Yeah, you got a new squire, buddy.
"Yeah, if you make any mention of that, she grins. She goes,
Because I think your other one's broken.
I'm no knight. I'm no knight. I fight far too dirty to be a knight."
Sometimes it takes what it takes. But we can work on that.
Okay. All right. So as everybody, as the second watch falls asleep, and you and Tika have a bit of a discussion, she's very interested to hear about the lands of the north and Salamnia, or anywhere else you've traveled for that matter. And what you maybe start to get a feeling of, Benedict, is that like Tika has grown up her entire life in Solus and has never seen anything outside of that valley.
Right.
And you know, she probably makes comments several times about wanting to make sure that she's pulling her own weight here and doesn't want to be seen as a burden.
Yeah, well, you would never be seen that way. I'll be more than happy to put in some extra work with you, at camp when we're resting, and show you some sword work and, defensive tactics and that, and whatever you need, I'm here for you.
She like spins her frying pan in her palm, and she's like, "They teach you how to fight with these back in Salamnia?" 6 years.
I learned a lot about
6 years serving tables, Benedict. That's what this has taught me.
I have had those used against me from my mother. They are very effective weapons.
She's like, "Smell it. You can still smell Odix potatoes on it. Smell it."
I'll scrape a little bit off the bottom and give it a crunch.
She's like, she offers for you to smell it. You eat something off it. She's like, whoa, whoa.
Too far.
I went 5 years without Odix potatoes. You have to understand.
She goes, that's my goal when all this is done. When this war is over,
Make potatoes?
I'm gonna have an inn of my own.
Excellent.
And
let's get you the fun.
And I won't be serving
to
tables, and I won't need this, and I won't be scrubbing floors.
Yeah, but you might miss that. And I point at the frying pan, and I don't mean cooking with it. I mean bashing with it.
Well, I know I won't miss scrubbing floors or serving draconians. Hobgoblins are even worse.
Oh, let's get rid of him then. I'm also keeping an eye on Evan during the watch, as much as possible.
He's sleeping to himself, but you do notice that a few times Gilthanus stirs, sort of checks the party over, and then goes back to sleep. Happens twice during your watch.
Interesting.
Tika's like, so it's pretty awesome what Grinnet can do, right?
Absolutely. Our prayers have been answered.
When he was gone, Grenlead worried about him horribly.
I can imagine a sister would worry about her brother.
Do you know much about Grimgram, their older brother?
Just I encountered him a few times at the smithy, but that's wouldn't say we were close.
People in Solus say he can do things to the metal.
What things?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
What else do people in Solus say?
About who? Who do you want the dirt on? It all comes through my inn.
Just hit me with the juiciest stuff. Let's hear what you got.
Okay, so that one over there, she points at the two elves sort of in some sort of spoon position. She's like, that one, yeah, dad issues, I think.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. And to be in love with a princess? I mean, that's shooting pretty high, don't you think? Don't get me wrong.
She
Don't get me
seems to
wrong.
have hit the target.
I like Lorena a whole bunch, but like Kira's a warrior. Lorena's like me, except for the princess part.
Do you see something wrong with that?
No. I thought we were talking. We're talking like the bottom of the frying pan here. That, you know, the grits and everything.
Well, I just showed you how tasty the bottom of the frying pan was. So
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
I wanted you to sniff it. You just...
Excuse me.
Okay, how much more are we gonna have to suck back the double entendres without laughing?
She's like, there's been a lot of spice on this pan.
Yeah, but it's the spice of life.
Well, it's cooked in. Who else did you want?
Yeah, sometimes it gets a little saucy, but I mean, it still tastes good.
Where'd you get your squire? She's not from Solus.
From the Squire store.
She's like,
Squires are us.
Squires are us. I don't even mute myself. Sorry.
No, I Worm was assigned to me when I was
I don't
on
think
my journey for
Worm
5 years.
is their name. That's a horrible name to call someone. It's like calling someone dirt.
Well, if somebody introduces themselves to me as dirt, then that's how I would address them. They would obviously have a reason for whatever name they've chosen.
Maybe she was raised with gully dwarves.
No, then she'd say mind the line a lot more.
Good point. Good point.
Mind the line.
She's
like, well, and Rook. I mean, Rook's always been a loner. Nobody likes him.
I wouldn't say nobody likes him. It's just nobody really can get close to him. I think we all admire him. I think we all respect him.
She gives. There is this look on her face that clearly that is not what was going through her head. She's like, okay. Whatever you say. I thought we were talking about the grits. Remember the grits?
Oh, the grits.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Down in the bottom of the
I'm
pan.
totally lost. I'm a knight of Salamnia. I'm... Do you want to work on sword work now? I'll show you the pointy end.
Won't we wake up people?
Maybe. They may already be awake. I've heard a couple of noises.
Well, I mean, if you think they're already waking up. She hops up and...
How far into the watch is it?
I don't know. Maybe halfway. It's certainly not time.
Halfway?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're not going to spar, but I'll show her some practice moves she can use with the frying pan.
Shield and frying pan?
So she can practice and I can get out of this awkward conversation.
Okay. All right. So, so it's getting close to time to wake up. Grinnick is first to wake up out of the group. And he wakes up yourself, Grenlead, and says, are you still invisible, is my question.
Sorry. As soon as people start waking up, I'm going to make sure I go right over to where Eben is and squat down to just watch him when he wakes up.
Okay.
Take a little perch.
So when he opens his eyes, it's uncomfortable. You're sitting right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like hovering over him watching.
Okay.
Carry on.
Grenlead, did you sleep invisible?
I think I'd like to be all nestled up in my cozy invisible cloak.
Okay. Then your brother sort of reaches around for you, maybe even shuffles his feet around, like to give you a soft kick.
Okay.
And then he's like, "Get up! I want you to do prayers with me this morning."
Don't you sleep?
I did sleep. I feel great.
You know that prayers aren't my thing, right?
You know, I dream sometimes. You know that.
Tell me more.
I just think we should pray this morning. I think we should. I need to memorize my prayers for the day, and you and I can give thanks to Reorcs. And I think we need to do this.
Okay, brother.
There's
a
a sincerity behind his eyes as he says that to you.
I'll trust you. I saw the gods with my own eyes, so I'll take your lead on this one.
Okay. So the two of you,
Does Steve
the
catch
two of
any
you
of this?
start to have prayers. Yes, you. Well, you're sort of just hearing him waking up Grenlead when you're sat on.
Because I was gonna go. Yes.
Time to get up. The knight's taught me a few things. I want to see if you can block my what did he call that? Advance?
Really?
Well, I mean, if you're too tired.
I put my hand in the middle of her mass and just lift her straight up as I
Okay.
get up off the ground.
Yep.
So basically, hold her over my head while I look around for my gear, ignoring her
Okay.
for a minute or two while I get my gear together.
All right.
And
But-
it's like, okay, hey, eating brother, can I pray with you?
Of course.
I'm going to go pray, and then I just let her fall to the ground.
All right. So she lands on her butt, a little like, and you come over. You can't see Grenlead, but she's there. She's there. You heard her.
Sure.
And Grinnick asks you to sit down, and he's got his holy symbol out on the ground in front of you, and he starts to pray to Reorcs, asking for his guidance and protection, and to make sure that his sister and friends remain safe in the day ahead, regardless of the challenges that they might meet. And Grenlead, you've known your brother a very long time. He seems worried.
Of course he's worried. Does he want to tell me what he... Brother, do you want to tell me about this? What's got you so worried?
And Steve just sits there with his eyes closed.
Yeah, he looks at Steve, he looks at you, and he's like, I had horrible nightmares about fire.
I know. I've had some dreams myself about death on Black Wing, and rest assured that I didn't sign up for this because I thought it was safe.
I know, and I don't mean to diminish your ability in any way. I understand that you're a warrior and you can handle yourself, and he looks across the room at Lorana, and he says, I saw the princess burn.
What do you want me to do?
I think we need to take great care. I think this is a vision from Reorcs, and I think to ignore it would be ignorant and folly.
Well, let's stay close and see if we can see if we can give her some cover.
Yeah, I got it.
And
I just opened my eyes.
Tika barges in and
I
she's like, "What do we got?"
I got a job to do. You can do it with me.
Okay.
But
What is?
Eating Buddy is going to keep you safe if I don't make it. Right, Eating Buddy?
She's like, no one can. No one. Don't be silly. No, you can't be fault. Like, look at the size of you.
Have you seen a dragon yet?
I did see a dragon in Solus. Yes.
Yeah. I saw one real close. Like, I was, like, under it, and I was, like, trying to stab it, and then it, like, clawed me, and we crashed to the ground, and I was dead before from another dragon. Sorry.
She throws her arm around your shoulder. She goes, "But you lived. You're like an ogre with beautiful hair."
Okay, let's go do the fighting now.
Okay. So, as everybody else is stirring and waking up, Worm, you wake up with Gilfinus beside you, and his spell book is open in front of him.
Yeah. What are you doing so close to me? I get up and shuffle away.
No, you stay right here. You stay right here.
No,
You know
I'm
we
good.
have to. You've got to memorize.
No,
you know.
we
know
don't.
it.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
If we do it together, it will only look like I'm doing it, and your knight friend will not be so in on it.
Damn you and your logic.
And maybe I can teach you some of my spells, and maybe you can teach me some of yours.
But they're my spells. I worked really hard to get these.
I understand. I worked hard to get mine. And we can talk about why you haven't gone to the tower.
Because fuck those guys. I don't want to be a cloistered asshole. You see them out here helping dragon fighters?
I know of a number of white robe mages that help.
Well, I ain't seen any of them.
They don't all have to wear the black robe, you know. But even a black-robed mage will give respect to a white-robed mage. But they will not give any respect to a mage that does not wear the robes.
I'm not here for respect. I'm here for survival.
Okay. How long do you think you can survive without the mages finding out?
As long as I need to.
Do you know what they'll do? Like, to Benedict for knowing?
He doesn't know.
Then he's dumber than I thought.
Right?
I think you underestimate him.
Just let me live in my ignorance, please. I don't want to go to the tower. I don't want robes. I don't want any of that.
Well, then you're going to need to know more spells, and you're going to need to be more powerful. So you're going to study with me. We're going to memorize spells, and then we're going to talk about what we can share.
Why are you helping me?
I feel like things are changing very quickly around me.
You don't say.
And I think it would help if I had something to focus on. So if keeping you alive and out of the hands of the white, red, or black-robed wizards, then so be it. And I'll help you keep up your little ruse with the knight.
The Rangers have this thing. It's called a pinky swear.
No.
And I think we should pinky swear.
I don't think I can do that.
Then I can't train with you.
Oh my god. He like pulls his hair back and swipes it over his elven ears. Where are you from?
Places.
Places where they pinky swear.
That's just those guys. I just saw them do it a couple times, and
Hey,
it
look-
seems like a good idea.
He looks over his shoulder and you can see like the little prayer group happening in the corner. And then you can you look across the other way. Rook and Benedict are like crowding poor Eben. Like jackals on a corpse. And the elven princess and Kira are still like sort of enjoying their rest. He's like
The Rangers.
he
those two.
he looks around, makes sure no one's looking, and then he puts his pinky. But you can tell, like, this is so below me.
It's not below you. It's fantastic, and stop being a poop.
So the two of you memorize spells together. Lorena wakes up. You're probably already up, Kira. You can sort of hear everything I've described going on around you in the chamber.
Yeah, for sure.
People are trying to be quiet, but the chamber, like, it's like a big, like a speaker. Like, it just echoes around.
Yeah. Kira just kind of sits there with Lorena until she wakes up, like, just kind of like stroking her hair.
Yeah. She wakes up and sort of stretches, and then immediately reaches for, like, her leg, her calf, and she's like, oh, and like she's just, her whole leg has cramped up on her, and this is a princess who just like hiked her entire day in armor and fought zombies and a giant slug, and her body is like saying fuck you, and she is sore and cramped, and she's like,
I help her ease it and tell her, like, I tried to warn you, sweetie. I tried to warn you. And you're going to be worse tomorrow.
It's not like this every morning, right? It's not like this every
until
morning.
Until you get used to it, it will be a little rough.
So you begin to help her with her muscle cramps and strains. She says, I did fight the zombies pretty well, I think.
I saw. You did very well.
Her sword has like no blood on it or anything. Like
I know.
It's still as pristine.
There
as
is
when
no
she left
point
Palms.
in making her feel bad, though.
No, okay,
like,
fair enough.
We're out in the field. Like, I don't need her depressed on top of all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that note, I'm going to be letting Kittiera strike me way more than she should have been able to.
Oh,
Just
Tika?
gonna shift my boss. Tika, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Tika.
that's okay. So are the two of you sparring then now? As this is going on?
I'm gonna let her hit me a few times. I'll just make sure I flex in any place she's gonna hit me with the fry pan.
Yeah,
so.
the first time she lands a strike against you, she immediately stops sparring. She's like shield and frying pan in the air, walking around. She's like, Benedict, did you see it? Did you see it? And
I'm gonna pretend it hurt.
And there's sort of laughs that like everybody gets sort of a chuckle out of that. Enough that even Eben wakes up only to be glared at by like Rook and Benedict on either side of him. But just for a moment in that laugh, like everybody feels like they could be, they could be back in Solus. They could be in the last home again. Everyone's sort of chuckling and not really thinking about the war or dragons or swamps, mountains, trolls. All of that just kind of bleeds away for a second. And that's where we're going to end tonight, I think. And we will we'll come back next Sunday for some more Dragonlance.